Do they have like cars overseas and stuff like that?
When you get way over the seas, eventually there's cars. Did you have hamsters as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
What happened to them?
Well,
Don't give them clear shot.
welcome to the Clear Shots podcast. My name's Seth Skinner. This is my buddy Jake Jones.
Hi.
We host this podcast together.
Huh?
And this is our first guest ever.
Yep.
This is BFam. This is
You
our
never
good
had a
friend,
guest
BFam.
before?
Nope. Well, first guest. All right. You rehearsed that one.
Yeah.
He had that one. He knew that
He
was.
did. He practiced it in the car. I
He
could see
fucking
him.
knew that was coming.
I've just been working on my lines over and over again.
Yeah.
That's why we gave him 2 weeks in advance. We were like, we're going to give you 2 weeks to cook.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, everybody, this is a script.
Yeah. Actually, each show is
It's all
scripted.
pulled
It's,
up
it's
right there.
pretty wild.
Yeah.
That's actually why we
Yeah.
have the TV.
We have chorizo over there with cue cards.
Yeah, a small dog with cue cards. Today's
cards.
episode is brought to you by our friends over at W Energy. So you can go over to w.gg. You use our promo code, get 10% off. You get some energy, dude. You get nootropics, you get vitamins, you
Yeah.
get some caffeine. It's like
It's pretty good.
The American Day Kickstart kit. You know what I mean?
American Day?
Yeah, dude. That's what Americans do, right? Caffeine.
Nootropics.
Not all of them do vitamins, but
Blue. It's blue.
yeah.
It's got a blue flavor. It's really good.
Yeah, blue flavor. So
Yeah.
that's good stuff. It's a good way to support the show.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta start it off right.
Yeah.
Right?
Always take a quick shot of the powder.
Every time I do it, and I have actually had this, it's fucking delicious. But every time I eat the dry powder, I always go in my head, now don't push your tongue directly to the roof of your mouth, because then it's going to go back up in your nose. And
Yeah.
every time,
Always does
that's
it.
immediately what I do.
Yeah.
They're doing good over there. They did like a little sales test, and they were like selling comparably with Celsius, which is a pretty big drink.
Yep.
So that's good.
Yeah.
They're at least doing, they're getting there. It's a
What
small
kind
company.
what kind of commission you guys getting from?
It depends on how much you buy. It depends on how much you buy.
Commission.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are selling it.
If
For
you use
sure.
the promo code, that's what gets us money.
There you go.
We basically get what your discount is. That's how it works.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I think it tastes good, and they give us discounts to tell other people to buy it. That's a win-win.
I use it. I use
Yep.
it every day.
I mean, that's what you guys do at your job. That's what I do at my job. You guys are like,
We're like,
hey,
hey,
buy
we
all the
Aluminum.
buy all the. Well, do you guys sell like the liquid metal by the case? That'd be sick.
It doesn't stay liquid long enough to get it to a customer that way.
It'd be cool if it did though, wouldn't it?
It's
I mean,
not.
Would you
impressive.
if you could play with a bunch of liquid metal?
I don't even go over there.
Would you?
I'm way away from that.
Yeah, he's
But, like,
far away.
in your spare time.
Oh.
Let's say it's not mercury. Let's say it's
I would love to get into blacksmithing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if that ever gets to a point where it's like really liquid metal,
It gets like
unless
the
I'm
hot.
like casting, But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
you,
feel
you
like
would need a leather couch for that.
I've got leather couches.
Look at
so,
that.
I mean,
There you go.
halfway there.
Mm-hmm. I
Oh
like
my
that.
God.
I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I went back and watched the first podcast not long ago after we scheduled you to be on. I was like,
Oh boy.
I was like, wow, this is like a completely unhinged fucking. Well, it still is, I guess, but
Yeah,
it's a little
where's
more.
the hinge?
Yeah. At least now we know not to yell over each other all the time. Back then, it was mostly yelling
Back
over
then,
each other.
it was the most fun because we had one mic
Yeah.
in the middle of
You
the
know,
room.
I kind of miss the old vibe of like a bunch of random shit in my bedroom. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
on the camera,
Yeah.
like with like weird flashing lights and annoying
Yeah.
shit in the background.
Dude, the best was the fucking.
You need more annoying shit in
You
here.
I
I
do
think is
need
what you're
more annoying
saying.
shit.
Yeah.
I need like the little monkey thing that's doing the
Yeah.
symbols the whole time. And
the fucking the
Rube Goldberg
thing that like
machine.
went back and forth that would tell you the time and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
that thing broke. I tried to find another one.
no way, it broke.
I've been trying. So I got on Amazon.
I probably knew it. I probably
Yeah,
knew it.
you
Broke
probably
the-
broke it.
I probably broke
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, it's weird because like I unplugged it to move, and then when I plugged it back in, that was it. Because the inertia, dude, the inertia stopped, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, that's how
I
they
mean,
got
yeah,
him.
you unplug it one time and it's
Yeah, no, you
over.
gotta go. It starts, and that's the only time it's gonna start.
Did you keep the receipt?
Dude, they're expensive. I like because you can't really find them. So the only ones I found online are like $70 or some
And
shit.
then when you buy it, you got to find a way to get it here while it's still plugged in.
While it's still moving.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
You got to get like a portable battery or something for it. But what are you gonna do? You know, it's a tough.
Hands across America.
Yeah, I'll build a little shelf and put one on in the corner there. That'd be sweet. I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah. I love that this is the JPEG.
Yeah. I had to blow it up. It's a big ass thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's cool.
And it's literally podcast art, so it's like a square image on my computer. I also have to get like neon markers for that so that they like show better. Because you can't really see it on camera, but this is what Wes wrote like forever ago when he was last on here.
Yeah. Shoot your squirt and say your prayers.
But like the plan is to like I want to have the guests write a cool phrase. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But it has to
But
be
you can't
cooler
see
than that. That was the problem.
Oh, you have to top that one.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
that was the joke, was that we bought that and we were like, nah. But that's the original one. You can't really beat an
It
original.
is the original.
It's the
Yeah.
only thing.
Yeah.
We might have to just buy a new one. Like keep this one plugged in and then buy a new one that other
Yeah.
people can play with.
Yeah. Well, once you unplug that,
Like you
it's-
do one really good drawing on an Etch-a-Sketch and you're just like, okay,
Yeah.
well, now I just can't even jostle this.
Don't
Let's
shake
see.
it. Yeah.
This sounds like an actual hell.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you'd have to move
An
real
actual
slow with that
circle of
thing.
hell.
Yeah, aren't you glad you were born too late for those?
For Etch-a-Sketches?
Just fucking with you.
Yeah, kinda. I was born too late for Woolly Willy. That sucked. Because by the time I got a Woolly Willy toy, I was like, dude, this is insane. How is not everybody using magnets?
It wasn't. I don't know. I felt like there was a limited amount of fun that could be had with it.
I thought it was cooler than Etch-a-Sketch because it was magnets. Etch-a-Sketch is sand, isn't it?
I never looked into how that works. To be honest with you.
Well, I mean, it's not. It's
I
not pen and
think
paper.
So. Yeah, I think it's sand.
Oh, I thought it was just like etches,
Yeah.
and then you
Well-
could sketch with it.
I mean, there might be sketches there.
It's etching into something. I mean,
Do you think if an Etch-a-Sketch was sentient, do you think you playing with it would feel good, or do you think it would be painful?
this is like the toilet question that Bill was asking.
Like
That's who was asking that?
Yeah.
That question was stuck in my fucking head this morning
About the toilet.
about the toilet. Because I kept shitting at work today.
Mm.
Mm.
But
I got
Etch-a-Sketch.
shit. I got shit topics.
Yeah.
I got one.
I feel like if you're doing diagonals, maybe, but if you're just doing like ups and downs and left to right,
Diagonals are rough, dude.
yeah, you're not really doing it equally. So
Right.
You try and you try and you try again, but it's real hard to get a diagonal. It's real hard.
yeah.
It'd be cool if they would make like an Etch-a-Sketch, like a digital one that worked like digitally.
Like Paint, like Microsoft Paint.
Yeah, but like an Etch-a-Sketch form where you would have to click you have to click and drag the
Individually, you have to drag
you need two mice.
like a VST. Yeah. It's like a VST plugin where you drag it up and down to turn the dials.
No, the dials are on the touchpad as well. So
Yeah.
so you gotta turn the dials with the touchpad. Yeah.
I love it. I love it to death. Yeah, so I wanted to just start it off with a really funny Ghost Recon bit
Okay.
because like
ahead.
a month or so ago, Seth was telling me about it was over a month ago. We were talking about Ghost Recon, and the two newest games are both open world like co-op shooters, and there's Wildlands and Breakpoint.
Okay, I knew about Wildlands, but
So
Breakpoint's just like the sequel to it.
yeah, so Breakpoint's the most recent one.
I don't know if it's a sequel story wise, but because I don't pay attention to the story.
Yeah,
but
it is. It actually completely spoiled Wildlands for me. But I'll get into
Wildlands
that.
is like a whole like cartel thing, right?
Yeah.
I just didn't like Wildlands.
It's
for
in
whatever reason.
it takes place in Bolivia.
This is
One of my coworkers was like going super hard on it at the
It's
time.
cool. It's
It
like
like-
Metal Gear Solid, but it's like Metal Gear Solid 5, but Ghost Recon.
It was like I think it's a controversial opinion to say that I like Breakpoint better than Wildlands, because among Ghost Recon fans and like most gamers, I guess, that have played them, they thought that Wildlands was better.
Yeah,
but
so
I don't know. I like Breakpoint a lot. I think it's really good.
the last most recent podcast we did 2 weeks ago, we talked about it again. And so I got them mixed up in my head. So I get home, I download Wildlands. He tells me to get Breakpoint. I mix it up because obviously I do. What I did was I looked up stuff on Ghost Recon on the walk home, and I pulled up Wildlands, and then that was it. It was gone.
Yep.
So I played Wildlands on and off for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. And then I'm texting Seth about it, showing him pictures of my guy. And he goes, dude, you're playing the wrong one. You're supposed to get Breakpoint. I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, all right.
Well, I thought you thought it was.
Oh, wait, no, we're getting
Okay.
there. We're getting there. So lucky enough, Breakpoint goes on fucking sale.
Yeah.
And so the first thing I do is they say that Breakpoint is available if you sign up for Ubisoft Plus. Now, what I did was I tried to sign up for Ubisoft
Almost threw up
Plus.
again.
And I was like, duh, I'll just fucking spend $15 and just play this game, because I doubt Seth and I are going to play this for more than a month.
Right.
And rather than spending, $25 for the game. So I signed up for Ubisoft Plus, and it wouldn't let me play Breakpoint. It kept, every time I clicked it, it would tell me to buy it, even though it said to install it or download it. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I end up buying the fucking thing. I'm like, fuck it. We're gonna play it. And I got the Ultimate Edition, so I got all the DLC. So we're gonna play it. We're just gonna force each other to play it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
All right.
And then we're trying to play the game, schedule doesn't work out. Trying to play the game, schedule doesn't work out. We're up at it's like this past Saturday now. We're like 5 weeks into this debacle of just us trying to play fucking Ghost Recon together. Boot up the game, playing the game. How do I
It's
invite you?
Wildlands.
No, almost though. I almost reinstalled it. That did almost happen. We boot the game up. There's no fucking crossplay. This whole time.
We didn't even think about it because
Yeah.
I was like, here, I thought it was 2024,
Yeah. And it's not a Sony game, so
Yeah.
and
It
it's
should
on
have
Ubisoft's platform. It's on their launcher.
Yeah.
Like, how do they not have?
So that was the thing, was it showed me on his end signing in. It showed up and it was like Jigs Casey or Kuwait Grips is on is playing Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
I just don't get how you
Like-
can have games now that like I said, like Siege isn't even crossplay, and everybody still plays that game. It's like from 2017 or some shit.
Yeah. But I just thought
It's
it
as
was
old as this
funny that
podcast is.
we went fucking weeks and weeks, and we didn't even do the simplest check.
No,
But
we
I
didn't.
also had no idea that you weren't even on your PC the whole time. I always forget you play on Xbox. But
Well,
so now
I
I
didn't
fucking
even
spent
think about that.
$40 on a $20 game that I'm never gonna play.
yeah.
So it's a cool game though. I mean, it's fine, I guess.
I
I don't know.
mean,
My guy looks hilarious.
I can't judge. I
And I-
legitimately will buy games and then just not play them,
Yeah.
just because it's like, wow, when am I gonna have time to play this? And then it's like, I want to have at least several hours to
Yeah.
sit down and really get into it and enjoy it, and then that just never ends up happening. So
Nope.
And sometimes I just don't have the motivation or the energy to do that, to commit to it. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Even if I did have the time, with Red Dead 2, I want to play it so bad, and then just don't ever get around to it.
Yep.
I love that game. I just finished. See, that's one of the things I just finished in my pants thinking about it. But that's one of the things. You guys, do you replay the same games over and over again? I do that constantly. I very, very rarely
Depends on what it
play
is.
new games. Like Red Dead 2, I just played it like for the 4th or 5th time. I'm playing Persona 5. Oh, that's what I just got Persona 5 Royal again. I actually purchased it this time, so I have to start from the beginning. But like I noticed all the games I play, even on Steam and Origin or whatever, they're all.
I play a lot of quick hitters, you know what I mean? Like I'll play the show and then switch over, play a game of something else, and like a couple of games of Halo or something. Like I jump between a bunch of different games at the same time, and I don't stay focused on one thing. I used to be able to just like only play Destiny.
I think I just dial in on one game usually, and then like I have a hard time pulling myself away from it, even if I have beaten it at that point.
I used to do that a lot.
I don't know how many hours I have in Elden Ring, but it's a lot. I'm probably on like my 6th or 7th playthrough.
It's
in a row or like all new characters?
No, like new characters every time.
Hell yeah, I like that. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, like certain things kind of suck as far as like, just like getting all of the like upgrade equipment or like whatever.
Sometimes like if I play games where like, so like I like having a character and constantly earning shit towards them. As soon as I have to like in Diablo or something, if I have to like start another character, it's such a huge, to me, like mentally, that hurdle's huge. Cause like, I'm like, fuck, I'm kind of going back to nothing. I feel like I played all this time and nothing, it didn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you think about it, that's like kind of every game, though.
That's fair. Yeah.
Because you're just going to invest however many hours into a game and then you stop playing the game. And it's just like, man, I invested that many hours into it. And it's just like, no, you enjoyed that many hours of it.
Yeah.
Speaking of putting a lot of hours into a game, we talked about this. I think it was your birthday. I feel the opposite. Because with Baldur's Gate 3, I would start the game over and over again. And a lot of the games that I play, I love the beginning. Like Dark Souls 1, I have the time of my life every time I replay that game until I get the Lord Vessel. And then I'm like, I'm done with the game. Yeah. And like Cyberpunk, I'll do the entire starting area and then all the way up until...
Well, they're trying to hook you.
The game starts, and I'm like, yes. It works.
It's like BioShock. It's like that's my favorite part of the game is
the intro, and you just have the wrench. Like, yeah, fucking. I've noticed it a lot with. Actually, this is an idea that's been bouncing on my brain, but I've noticed it a lot with the Resident Evil games, especially because they're so short. These games where I don't know, you build up your guy. I like the building up process much more than the post. That's my problem with games like Diablo and Destiny, I guess. I don't like the post game as much. So once I get to a certain point building up a character, I kind of lose motivation to finish the build.
Characters, yeah.
Yeah, I want my build to never be finished.
Well, like, yeah, it's
like but I hate PoE.
It's amazing to see the numbers go up.
Yes.
And then once the numbers stop going up so quick, it's just like, man, like I miss when the numbers got bigger.
Yeah, and that's true though. Like I think, and that's the reason I think I lose interest in games like that because to me in my head it's a huge undertaking to start over, but also I'm not gaining anything anymore. So
like either I have to do it as like I really like the aesthetic of this different build that I didn't try the first time. Yeah. And it has to be like a game where you can actually like build something that's so divergent from the previous one. Like when I did get into Path of Exile, like the first build that I had was like I'm shooting these arrows that created like a poison pool on the ground, and it would just like chew the fuck out of whatever was standing there.
Yeah.
And then like the next character that I built, I was like, I saw this ability called Flicker Strike where you just kind of like teleport and like slash at people. And it's just like, that's so incredibly different that I love the aesthetic of that.
Yeah.
So like that made me excited. But as soon as I started to find like other builds where I'm like, oh, this is just like The poison thing, except for it's an aura around my character
like
or whatever.
reskinned.
I'm just like, kind of fuck that.
Yeah, I get that. I have done like necromancer and then like barbarian or whatever because they're completely different classes.
100%.
But I don't know. I like Diablo 4. I don't know. I get tired of those. I feel like there are a lot of key mashing type of shit too, and it's like I don't know. At a certain point, you're sick of killing a bunch of crowds of enemies.
Diablo 4 did one thing for me that I absolutely adored, and it's just so comfy to play with a controller, kick back in a recliner.
Yep. I don't mind it.
Like,
I had it on the Switch, and I didn't mind that.
Path of Exile 2 is going controller.
I love that.
Diablo.
Like, I'll play your game for hours as long as it's comfy, even if I don't like it. Like, the Callisto Protocol is, like, in my top 10 played games ever. I can't fucking stand that game. But it's so, I like playing it. It feels good to play.
Mm-hmm.
Diablo 4.
It's weird to describe like a horror game as comfy, but I mean,
yeah,
that's also
like,
your shtick. So
yeah, it's I can't say I can't stand Callisto Protocol because it is fine, but yeah, no, I find a lot of comfort in survival horror games. I think it's because you're relying pretty much on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I resonate with. It's really easy for me to resonate with survival horror characters because you're just trying to survive.
And they're spooked constantly.
And they're wicked scared all the time. Yeah, that's like the biggest problem.
Yeah.
But going back to Diablo, games like that, I always play the same class. Like any games like Diablo, if there's a necromancer, that's my guy. It doesn't matter which Diablo 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I've definitely picked up on that.
Fucking Skyrim, I do the same thing. Stealth Archer or fucking
I mean,
necromancer.
Stealth Archer is actually just the only way.
Yeah. But like Dark Souls, any FromSoft game, always quality build. Nothing. Sorry. It's like my fucking, my McDonald's order. It's always the same thing.
It's the classics. You stick with the class. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Broke, don't fix.
Yeah, I mean that's the
Warlock.
Like
and fucking
with Elden Ring, it's more of a challenge thing for me where I want to play it as different builds. Like I'm doing a bow build where I only use bows with the exception of like farming arrows.
How is that? Is that fun?
It's brutal.
That sounds like fucking actual torture.
I am not good at the game. Like I'm definitely not good at the game. Like I don't have the like reflex timing or anything. Like
I am bad at this game. Just
but
FYI.
I'm just like I really want to try that out. What I did do, I kind of cheated though. So one of my buddies also plays on PlayStation. So I had him like transfer over like some of the like better late game weapons.
Yeah.
And like granted they're not upgraded or anything, so I still have to upgrade them, but like
did he give you the Sword of 1,000 Truths?
The flash drive.
Yeah, the flash drive from South Park.
I don't watch South Park. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you better start.
Yeah.
You better start.
Season 8.
I don't watch much.
So
well,
I don't really either, to be honest with you. I like watch some YouTube videos once in a while, and I don't really watch a lot of TV anymore.
Yeah, I put on like video essays while I play video games.
Yep.
Okay.
And or podcasts for you guys.
It's podcasts mostly, or like Jerry Seinfeld. You know what I mean? I like watching Seinfeld.
Yeah.
When I fall asleep,
or I read books. So yeah,
yeah, I do the same. I'll watch video essays for days.
Or work on writing, but never actually get anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
a lot of treadmill writing.
There's a lot there. It's just not like pages. It's notes. Yeah, I'll get there. Well, actually, that's like my goal by the end of next year, is to actually have like a book written. At least a rough draft.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
Yeah. But I mean, I've been writing notes on it for like 7 years. So.
Yeah. That's fair.
The cool thing is that you don't have to write in cursive until you do your final draft.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in rough drafts, you're still allowed to use pencil.
And you can do the little caret thing and add an extra letter in there if you misspell
Yeah,
something.
and you can go double spaces if you need to.
Yeah, or you can throw another.
I mean,
word
I
in.
feel like an editor would prefer double spacing. So,
Well,
Yeah, well,
it's not up to them.
you know,
So
think about that when you make it to college, bud.
it's not really their decision to make. So
When you get to college, you're not going to have a calculator in your pocket, and you're not going to have 4 gigs of RAM in your brain at all times, and you're not going to have.
I mean, you're right about that.
You're not going to have toeless socks.
although kids in the future probably are going to have toeless socks and 4 gigs of RAM in their
I hope so.
brain.
Yeah.
They're gonna
That's the
need
way
it.
it's going.
They're going to need it.
That's what Elon
to
wants.
outrun the fucking Skynet.
Yeah, that's what I read the headline. This headline earlier, right?
Yep.
And and it said Elon Musk wants kids to have toeless socks and 4 gigs of RAM by 2030. So that's pretty soon. That's 5 years.
Actually,
working on it.
he's probably buying whatever company makes toeless socks just so
So you can add toeless.
just so his kids stop buying them.
Yeah.
Because that's what people are suspecting is why he bought Twitter.
That's such a power move.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Elon's a
I
wild
don't
guy.
use Twitter. Do you use Twitter?
You
Yeah.
can't use it
Oh, that
anymore. It's
sucks.
not called Twitter anymore.
Do you use
No,
Twitter?
I still use Twitter.
I don't.
If I
but-
type it in, I type out twitter.com and it takes me there.
It does take you there, but
Yeah.
I only use it I only post our stuff on there.
I use it to find like cool art to get inspiration from. I just follow a shitload of artists. Like back when
My actual Twitter is just a fucking absolute nightmare. Like I followed a bunch of people when I was using it, and now it's just a mess.
Yeah.
And they send me like recommended fucking shit. You go to your notifications, and it's like not even actual notifications anymore. It's like posts you might like and shit. And it's
Yeah.
like I don't fucking
it's
like this.
it's because they fired like half of their people because he's tanking the business.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like back when before Critical Role got quite as big as they are now, they used to do like a art reel like in the intermission, and like so it would just say like the artist and like what their tags were for like different social medias.
Yeah, they did that during most of the second
Like all of
campaign.
all of the first campaign through like a good portion of the second campaign. And then I think like as soon as they kind of split off on their own, they're like,
they started doing
we can't
like
do that.
promos for their own content, which is fine. But
Yeah.
you're already watching their content,
Yep.
so it's like, I don't know. That was on their. I wish what they would do is cut that out of their fucking on demand. It's like they stream it live on Twitch, but they put it on YouTube. It's like just cut out the thing. But now they're promos for themselves, so I guess that's part of the reason they don't. But I would just cut it out but you know, it's like also if you have fans that are fucking doing artwork for you, it's like that's pretty cool. So I'd still want to show it. You know what I mean?
I mean, they still do that on their website,
Right.
So
yeah.
it's just I don't want to go to their website to do it. So I just hope that the artists I found on Twitter stay on Twitter.
It's just
So
that
I can still look at
if
their
I'm
art.
watching it, I have to reach over and pick up the remote and hit it a couple times. You know what I mean? And it's like, but I don't. You know, just let me.
Yeah, they should timestamp it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It's not hard. People don't. I was like, how do you do timestamps? And then I looked into it. You literally just put them in the comments, and that's it. All right, here's one that I had an idea. It's a kind of a funny thing. So I'm gonna put you in the mindset, right? I'm gonna get you into like, I need you guys to like.
All right, I'll close my eyes.
Yeah, well, you don't have to, but
Oh, okay.
That's gonna help.
Okay.
So you get picture this. You know what I mean? You're living in a city, like a big city, bustling, hustle, bustle. There's hustle and bustle all around you. All right, but don't get
like I'm on a roller
don't
coaster.
don't get nervous about it or whatever. Like he's getting anxiety and shit already. Too many people. So, you're just like, you got out of work. It's Friday. You did a little bit of overtime this week. So you got a little bit of extra money. You're going to go walk around downtown. And you're going to go, maybe get like a hoagie or something. Hoagie and like a coffee or whatever. Yeah. And so, you're just walking. You're just strolling. Getting farther and farther away from your apartment. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. How walkable is the city?
It's like Philadelphia or something, or like Boston or whatever.
Okay.
I don't want to go back to Philly. Can it be Boston?
Yeah, sure, it's Boston.
Thank you.
And then, so you're not getting a hoagie, you're getting like what is
chowder.
Yeah.
In the summer.
Sure.
Yeah. A nice cool summer night. We're gonna go get chowder. Wait, Are we going together?
Yeah, you can go to like a Boston market.
It's just Jake and I.
Yeah, we're walking. Yeah, we woke up in Boston, and the first thing on our mind is we got to get some chowder.
Okay, so you guys are going to get some chowder.
We ran into each other on the way to get chowder in Boston.
We woke up, we went to work at our separate jobs, came back. We worked a little bit of overtime, got a little bit of extra money.
Right.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Our jobs are separate. Like, we can't be with each other all the time.
But you have the same overtime. You know what I mean? This week.
We both worked overtime.
You just happen to have the same.
Yeah.
And so that was cool. And then, so you go to Boston Market or whatever. And because they're in Boston, probably.
Are they?
I don't know. It's like a New England thing. And then, you feel like a little like tinge in your gut. Like you kind of like have to do like a fart type thing.
Mm.
And you're like, well, you're walking and stuff, and you're like, well, it's just gonna come out. Like, I'll just do a fart. Like, there's a guy behind me. People are gonna think it was probably him or whatever,
Mm.
And
he's not gonna think that.
He's not.
I mean, might.
He's not. Well, he might. He's not.
The guy behind us
he's in a big city. He could be a crazy person.
The guy behind us has Crohn's.
Odds are way better.
He has Crohn's, so he's gonna assume it's him. Nobody's gonna think it's us.
Well, he's not gonna know. It doesn't matter. The point is you're trying to squeeze a fart out. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's like not quite a fart. It's like a shit kind of.
Mm.
And now you've spent all your money because you got hoagies and Boston Market stuff, right? So you can't get a cab.
Even my overtime? With that overtime money?
Yeah, you spent all of it at Boston Market. I don't know what to tell you. You guys fucking did it.
How much does friggin' Boston Market cost?
I don't know, but there was hoagies and there was chili or whatever you said. And then
chowder
and chili.
No hoagies. It was only chowder.
Only chowder. You got a lot of chowder.
Yeah, we bought all the chowder.
Well, that explains why it wasn't just a fart.
Yeah. So it wasn't. Yeah, exactly.
We're coming off of a 70-hour fast.
And so now you got no money.
So we're eating 70 hours worth of chowder.
So now you've shit your
Chowder
pants.
cleanse.
You've shit your pants. You got to understand you've shit your pants. Now, come to grips with that. Now you got to get home because you got to like clean this shit out.
From
right?
Boston?
No, you live in Boston in this scenario.
Oh, okay.
But you can't pay for a cab.
Do we live together?
You're pretty far away from home. I guess if you want to. This is your hypothetical on that one. But
let's live across from each other, like in Seinfeld,
or in the same apartment building, and just yeah. All right. Oh, okay. All right. That works out for me. So that's where my new company comes in. Okay. They give free rides to people who have shit their pants. It's a cab company.
No.
Right?
I'm out.
Wait, they give free rides to people?
They give you a ride if you've shit your pants, but only if you've shit your pants.
How is this a business?
And you have to. The problem with this, though, that I'm running into, is that as the cab driver,
you have to like extort them.
You have to check to make sure that they've shit their pants, because otherwise, I feel like people are just going to try and get free rides.
You don't even have to. It's not even. It's not. They're not even in the cab yet, right? How are you making money on this?
It's not about money. It's not about money.
So it's a utility service.
Yeah, it's like
so. Is
it's
it like
the
a
government
Medicaid
pays
thing?
for it, right? The government pays us, but it's like it's a city.
The government doesn't pay for homeless people, so
it's gonna be homeless people.
No, they pay me. They pay me as the cab driver who has to check people's drawers. has to check people's trousers to make sure they shit their pants otherwise. And I just bring them home. That's all I do. I don't clean them out or anything.
At that point, why not just, you don't have to check. You should just bring them home anyway.
You got to clean out the cab, though.
Yeah. Well, I'll just have somebody else do that. I'll hire like a crew or something.
Like, why are you doing any of it if it's your business?
It's not about, so it's like, I make money from the government or whatever.
You just want to see people's shitty butts,
I'm not
dude.
into, so it's not about
This
the
is
money.
where this is going.
Yeah.
This is where this is coming from.
I didn't even think of that.
It's not about the money.
See all their
Like,
their
why are
crusty
you
butts,
doing
dude.
any of it?
Yeah. What are you getting out of this?
No, it's not about
What
the
are you
money.
getting out of
Okay,
this?
I'm not the driver then. There's a different driver.
Are you signing his checks?
I'm just
Are
trying
you
to
the one
say.
cleaning the cab?
I think it would be a good program to have for people who shit themselves.
No, I think a good program to have would be what they do is people shit themselves and they call a cab company that they think is a cab company where the person will check their drawers and then bring them home for free, and it brings them to a place where we fucking shoot them.
No, that's so aggressive.
Here's a better business idea.
Like,
all right.
Fuck that.
So
I don't know.
you're going to set up vending machines in public bathrooms that sell various underwear. So when someone goes to the public bathroom after having shit themselves,
I like the cab idea better.
they've got the means to sort of somewhat clean themselves up. And then purchase some new underwear that they can just abandon the shit underwear.
Hear me out, right? What if we put a vending machine? So instead of a
In the
passenger
cab?
seat, you have a vending machine, right? And a bidet built into the seats. Well, then we wouldn't have to take you home, I guess.
Yeah.
It would be like
But you come to them.
it would be like a mobile butt cleaning service.
I thought I had. Well, I don't know. All I'm saying is, like, if I'm in a scenario where I shit my pants,
It's got the ribs for it.
if I shit my pants on the street and my drawers are filled, I'm trying to get home. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to have to walk all that distance. You know what I mean? I went through Boston Market. I went past the Hoagies or whatever.
Now, this is what I like. This is where my brain goes.
Okay.
Because we had this conversation a long time ago where it was like, what if Satan made us like the God presidents of America and we were allowed, that's where universal basic chips came in.
Okay.
So I am the God president and I'm saying yes to both of these ideas.
Yeah.
But you guys have to decide what taxpayer funded programs we're cutting to replace, because I want this taxi and this underwear, this pants shitting solving business. I want it all over the country, but we have to get rid of two other things.
It's a reality
We
that,
cut
like,
military spending by 4%.
Love it.
That'll handle both
that's
of
it.
them.
That's
over.
it. Yeah. Okay, we got it. All right,
Yep, we did it.
Wait, hang on, but I just got a call.
We gotta choose which country we don't defend.
Don't.
I got a
Or no,
We've just pushed the issue to something else that is a way more egregious topic to talk about.
Who's the comedian that was like, just drop one less bomb or whatever?
I said that.
Was that you?
I said
Yeah,
that.
that's the comedian.
Yeah.
I thought that was a stand-up routine.
I said that for universal basic
Jake's
chips.
working on his stand-up routine.
You must have stole it.
Unreal.
I don't know. Anyway, look, here's the reality, okay? We're just trying to solve the shit problem.
Yeah, if we literally just drop one less bomb a day.
Yeah,
Just
drop
one
one
less
less a
bomb.
day, and then now there's there's underwear vending machines everywhere.
Yeah.
One per, like,
I
don't
do
know.
love the we kick someone out of NATO. Is that what we do? Like,
It's an aggressive move.
that is an aggressive move.
But they will understand.
They'll
understand.
once they come in and they see that we've solved there is literally nobody's ever even heard
You
of
might have
pants
world
shitting.
peace. Like, every country might stop doing military stuff because they'll all put it into not shitting, like cleaning up shit. You know what I mean? That's a possibility. This is the kind of stuff that they don't talk. If you like, this
We're
is the
gonna
kind of
look
stuff.
this up, and Belgium's already gonna be doing it.
Yeah. There's gonna be some
Or like
Scandinavian
New
country.
Zealand is. Yeah.
It's like they're like, yeah, we've been doing this for centuries.
Is that your Belgian accent?
I don't know. How do Belgians sound?
What's a Belgian accent?
I don't
Dr.
know.
Evil is from Belgium. That's all I know.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've been thinking a lot about different things, and one of those things was like how much I really, really, really love cheeseburgers. Because we would do that fast food thing.
They do go good with burgers, with cheeseburgers.
We did the fast food tier list.
Fries.
Yep.
Those are good with cheeseburgers.
Dr. Pepper. It's pretty good.
Buns, hamburger buns.
Yeah,
those go pretty.
They don't
good.
make cheeseburger buns, but they make hamburger buns. I think that's weird.
Yeah, have the cheese built into the bun.
Yeah.
Cheese buns.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Cut military spending again.
Cut more military spending.
So it's like the McGriddle, where rather than having like injected in like all around the dough is the syrup, it's like liquid cheese.
Man, this is the second one in a row we've talked about liquid cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
we did.
Yeah, we talked about cheese flavored drinks.
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus,
that's true.
Yeah,
I remember that.
People did not. People were very mad on TikTok.
I don't watch this shit.
TikTok was the TikTok comments.
I try to be a good friend.
I appreciate it.
The TikTok comments were like,
"How much W have you bought?"
He's like, "It's fine. I bought a bunch of T-shirts."
I don't know any of the W guys.
He has T-shirts and hats and shit at home. It's fine. All the TikTok people were mad because they were like, "It's milk. Milk is a. It's like it's not cheese flavored. That's not the same thing.
Yeah,
milk is
they're
not."
totally ignoring the whole point of the argument. Was that
they didn't
I
understand.
want like a Yoo-hoo, but then instead of it, because the whole now I'm remembering it exactly because it's not fucking buttermilk. And it's not milk, it's not whole milk, it's not any of that. And it's not Yoo-hoo, because Yoo-hoo is basically just Ovaltine. I want Ovaltine but cheese. And nobody can give that to me.
Cheese
so don't fucking tell me I don't know
drinks.
what I'm talking about. When you can't even understand what I'm asking for as an abstraction. You fucks.
Yeah. I don't know. That's TikTok comments.
But
wait,
I'm over it already. That was 2 weeks ago.
Hold on. I do need to bring it back up for like maybe like 2 minutes.
For milk?
No. Shit in the pants? Or
like
for cheese drink?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're good.
Okay.
You can bring it up.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. So
well, I did. So,
like, why not just use the like Kraft mac and cheese mix, like Kool-Aid mix?
He knows what he's talking about. I think he's onto something.
Now I like that idea, but I need it. I don't want to make it though.
Well, you can get a shake them up. Have somebody.
I don't want to make it.
You can have a guy make
that'll
it.
work. That'll literally solve my problem. But I don't want that.
I don't want it solved.
I don't want that. I want it like in a can or something.
It's more fun as a problem,
or like in a jar.
Is what he's trying to say.
As soon as you solve it, I don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like AIDS. You don't hear about AIDS. You don't hear about acid rain. You don't hear about.
That's true. I haven't heard about acid rain.
You don't hear about acid rain. I'm telling you, it was all fake. They solved it.
Wait,
when is the last time it acid rained?
Are you saying they solved AIDS? I mean, kind of, because PrEP is a thing, but
yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Somebody recently used AIDS as a joke towards me, and I was like, "AIDS? You made an AIDS joke in 2024?
This is too late
for that. Yeah,
right?
We're way past that one.
I mean, AIDS stopped being funny when I was a child.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got through with my AIDS jokes by the time I outlived an AIDS patient.
Right.
But anyway, going back to before we were talking about AIDS.
Well, I think if anybody has seen acid rain ever, just like let me know.
I haven't ever. I've seen hail. Hail is basically acid rain, but like on the other side. It's like
So,
you know what I mean?
Like, at what point are you defining it as acid rain? Because like, there's times for sure when the rain is acidic enough to like cause certain things to happen. Like, what pH are you looking for?
When does it become
citric acid?
That's a good question. Well, when does it
It's
like
Kool-Aid.
scientifically? When does it become acid rain?
No, but
I don't know.
When I
I'd
was
have
a
to look
kid,
that up.
dude, I remember being fucking petrified that by the time I was this age, that acid rain was gonna melt the earth because acid rain.
It sounds scary. I'll tell you that right now.
For sure, like it's just going to be so diluted most of the time that it's like it's really not going to.
But it used to happen, and it would like melt people's cars. It would like fuck up the
would,
paint
like,
on
fuck
their
up the
cars
paint,
and shit.
yeah.
Like I thought it was gonna get worse.
Mm.
My only exposure to science at that point was like almanacs and fucking Pokemon, so everything just got worse.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Does acid rain still exist?
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude.
That's like one of the first things when you Google acid rain.
Yeah, I mean, like we've kind of solved the issue with how we've cut back on pollution. What pollutants are in the air? I mean, China for sure still has it.
What if
Well, yeah,
acid rain
that's-
is the cure for AIDS? And that's why we don't see a lot of acid rain anymore,
But
because they
why-
captured it all.
Why would they have stopped in the 70s and 80s though? That's what it's saying.
Oh, Nintendo needed it to make Mario.
To flavor the
I think
text.
I did say
the
something.
the
Let's see if
Nintendo
that's
Switch
true.
cartridges. That's what acid rain tastes like.
Probably, dude.
No, that's not true. It doesn't show me
Guaranteed.
anything when I Google acid rain Mario.
No, you have to type in acid rain Super Mario.
Oh, Super Mario.
Yeah, duh.
Super acid rain.
People aren't gonna know who Mario is. They're gonna think you're talking about Mario Legacy. See, look, Super Mario Advance SMB2 all ace coins in 31 minutes, 59 minutes,
That
and
has
35
nothing
seconds.
to do with acid rain. Acid rain Galaxy.
Look, he did it there. 32 minutes, 54 minutes, and 95 seconds.
All right. Well, I think we got to the end of the rope on that one.
Yep.
Well, I was talking about pollution mostly. It's not really a problem anymore.
It's definitely a problem.
I polluted once.
I like that the what we were told growing up was more or less that like we have to all do our part to prevent pollution and everything.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just big corporations that are like responsible for like 90% of the deterioration of the planet.
Final
Yeah.
Fantasy VII is real life.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the weapons to come out. That's where
Yep.
the Transformers come in.
I'm waiting for Barrett to recruit me.
That'd be sick. That'd be wicked sick.
No.
That dude's got a weird arm. He's got a fucked up arm.
Yeah. What kind of gun would you have if you had a gun arm? I mean, you can swap it out, but like, what would be like your main one?
It would probably be like a metal detector.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
It detects metals.
Yeah.
I would probably shoot acid rain out of my arm.
Mine was gonna be a. It's out of sync because there's only
Yeah.
one
A
of them.
droidica arm.
Yeah, I want more Star Wars stuff. The new Star Wars game comes out. They just canceled the Acolyte. Apparently, I didn't even watch it.
Yep. I only saw clips of it, but the fight choreography was really cool.
I heard that there was.
I liked that it was like kind of a different, more like it kind of the like Wing Chun, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon sort of like fighting style, which like those type of theatrics with Star Wars, that's a mix that
How have you not
is
been-
actually like
yeah.
Yeah, it's more martial artsy.
yeah. It's more fantastic. It's bombastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is bombastic.
It's
We've-
flashy.
We've talked about this
got
before, but I was
lightsabers,
thinking
come
about
on.
this in the shower.
And you get more spinning lights around, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I want more fucking lightsabers attached to things. Like I want like a lightsaber whip. It's in like the shows and the comics and cartoons and stuff. They got like lightsaber whips and fucking light daggers and fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
a light axe.
They go a
all
little
right.
bit crazy. But
So they got to do the like the whatever. What was the name of the chainsaw gun in Gears
Lancer?
of War?
The
yeah,
Lancer, yeah.
but it's a lightsaber
On the
like underneath the.
yeah.
that would look so Tron.
And it still chains, even though there's no point to it because it's a beam. It still has a chain. Just for the intimidation factor.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Dude,
it's a lightsaber that's like this long, attached at all points along the chain, so
Yeah.
just still spinning.
The only way to make the Lancer scarier is to attach lightsabers to it.
Yeah.
Fuck, I love that.
And you set them up at all different colors.
Oh my god!
So you get like a fade 7.
Fade 7.
Mhm.
A quick fade 7.
A wicked quick one.
Mhm.
So quick it looks white.
Yeah.
And then that's
Oh.
the last thing they see.
Yeah.
It's just the white light to white light.
And then you got to have a laser sight on it.
Oh my goodness.
Well, so I don't know if you
Yeah,
can
why
fade
the
7.
fuck don't they shoot lightsabers at people? What the fuck?
Isn't that kind of what they're firing, the blasters?
I mean, some of them throw the lightsabers, and it's basically like shooting it.
That's true.
And then they just force it back.
You know what's funny is that there's a form of lightsaber combat that's banned, and I think we've watched a video on it before. But like, apparently, you're not supposed to. In the lore of Star Wars, you're not supposed to turn your lightsaber off mid-combat.
Yep.
Have you seen that?
There's a whole like
Have you ever seen those?
9-minute video or something. Of,
Dude,
I have heard
it's
that.
like filmed in that like Joel Haver animated style,
it's like
or like
rotoscope.
I think I've
Tom
read
Goes to the
something
Mayor.
about that. I thought it had to do with like respect or some shit.
Yeah. And I can't remember what it is, but there was oh my god,
Like
I do
honor or
like
some-
random deep dives into stuff, and that was like my favorite thing in Star Wars was like just I want the bad guy. I want the next bad guy, and I wish I'm kind of glad I didn't watch The Acolyte. I saw how bad the reviews were and how mixed the reception was, and I was like, well, if they've canceled pretty much everything else, they're gonna just cancel this.
Oh yeah.
Which it fucking bugs the shit out of me. I think it's just too saturated.
Just give it time to get off the ground. Also,
yeah,
because like if you just have like a first season of a TV show, like a lot of it is just going to be like setting things up. Like imagine if like they just stopped Game of Thrones after the first season.
my first thought was like Breaking Bad or Always Sunny, where people are like, the first season is so bad. Well, not so bad, but it's just like so much. People consider it so much worse than the rest of it that they're like, just skip it.
Yeah,
especially on rewatches. But yeah, I think that my biggest issue is that none of the shows that they're making for Star Wars are really anything I'm super interested in. I just really, really, really want an Old Republic like adaptation, because I can't play the games. The games are just too weird, which is weird because I should like them.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
should be like right up your
literally
asshole.
right up my ass.
That seems like it.
I own
seems
both
like-
of them too. I'm never. I couldn't get into them. They just feel too. I don't like having lightsabers and not being able to just go like just button mash.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah, that's true.
that just throws me.
yep.
And you start with like a wooden sword or some dumb shit.
Oh my god, no! You start with the Vibra swords, which are cool in concept, but like that's
It's
like
basically a wooden sword.
that's like having all your friends get handed fucking M16s and you get handed like an M1 Garand. And they're like, here you go. And it's like, yeah, you're pretty
It's still
stoked
gonna
because
shoot
it's still
guys.
like a cool gun, but like you're not going to be as good as everybody else. And they're going to be like, what's that old piece of shit?
yeah. Well, to be fair, you can still.
And you're
shoot
going to jam
guys.
your fucking thumb.
You
And
can
the
probably still
when you
kill
reload
guys
it.
with it though.
Yep.
Guys will still die probably though, if you hit them with it. You know what I mean?
it'd be cool if they made more prequel stuff. I miss that era, like the droids. Just the
Yeah,
droid army. I think they were funny.
Fair.
I kind of wonder if it's like they're concerned that if they go back and do stuff that's like already like well written and established, like they're worried about fucking it up, and so they don't. And instead, they try new things, and then everyone's just like, "We don't want new things. We're stuck in the past.
Well,
we don't."
they are, and I think that I think that is a good thing in a weird way because like Star Wars was built on what it is. Like the fandom loves what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So like, why are we like? I don't know. There's two different ways it can go, obviously, and I think I like some of the new stuff, but also like the classic shit is the vibe. Like it's just a fucking different thing. I think they're trying to incorporate too much of like newer action movies. And that's because it's a new action movie, you know?
I think there's three things with Star Wars. My number one thing is it's oversaturated as fuck. They've made so much Star Wars since they bought it that it's just not exciting. The second thing is wait, hang on. Hang on. You had me distracted with the thumb. There were three things. It was oversaturation, hang on. And then it was like they're getting people to work on the show or on the shows, and this is the one thing I do keep up on because I'm a fucking lore snob with all the things I enjoy. And they add stuff in without realizing that people are going to be pissed. I don't go online and throw fits about stuff, but Star Wars is like the number one thing where you have to be careful with the lore because you're going to have people get mad.
Well,
and it's like, I think a lot of the people wouldn't have gotten mad if they didn't add things in that were...
That's the case with everything, but your Star Wars fans, there's just so many of them that like you're obviously going to have like a more vocal minority too, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I think, the second thing was that they always have to add in a fucking cute character now. There's always some fucking character that has to be protected.
Yeah.
Like, why do you put Leia in
it's for the
Obi-Wan show? Then she has to act like, now we have to go back and rewatch the original trilogy as if she's never met Obi-Wan before. I don't understand. And then they can't even explain it because they fucking canceled the goddamn show. Sorry, I get flustered with Star Wars
characters
a lot.
Like the little
fucking Grogu. All the games have the little droid. They put fucking little cute Leia in, and they have to fucking they always have these escort quests attached to all the shows. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
It's for the children.
It's weird.
It's for the children.
That's the thing. That's like the main thing is I just don't think some of these shows are for me anymore. And that's what I get annoyed with because
I don't like when things try to start appealing to other demographics because like it already appealed to everybody. You don't need to like cater to certain groups anymore. Like it doesn't make any sense. You built a fandom already and it's already huge. Like I don't know. I don't think it's really improving anything. It's not going to help your ratings, I don't think.
They just want money, dude. That's all.
But is that really going to do that? Like, I don't know. Like, I think sticking to what it was is the better approach there. Because you're already going to... The fandom... The people liked it for a reason. You know?
Oh, the third one was quit fucking, like, bringing people back from the dead and like, shit like that. That bothers me. That shit bothers me.
Don't do that.
The whole sequel trilogy, I was like, why? Like,
okay,
they announced somehow Palpatine returns. Come on now.
That was tough. That was tough.
The way that they said it is the bad part. The actual having him come back makes sense. He was a guy who was obsessed with immortality the entire time. The clone troopers were a thing where they were recreating a perfect soldier, and that was on his side that was happening. So he was trying to perfect immortality through cloning himself. You just never saw any of his clones.
No, I don't like it. I still don't like it. I think the way that they did the whole trilogy was just dumb. They didn't set up anything.
Oh, for sure they didn't, because it was like the two directors didn't talk.
Yeah, that's
and like they also hated each other.
Oh yeah,
like Rian Johnson set out to he's like, oh, I get to make the middle movie. I'm gonna make sure that nothing happens. And then J.J. Abrams had to spend the whole first half of the episode 9 being like, the last movie also didn't happen.
Well, to be fair, nothing happened in the seventh one.
No,
episode 7.
That's like that. That's where I see where you're coming from.
I like movies where nothing
happens. Keep it the same. Like keep it where it is. But I also they did that with the sequel trilogy, and it just did not work for me at all.
I know, but it's just
I just like they gotta do.
Keep it regular though. Sometimes
I wanted more Finn. I wanted way more Finn, and that shit annoyed me because it felt like they set Finn up to be like a really major part,
they did,
and then like.
and then they said,
I'm acting like I have like a really strong opinion on this, but I haven't watched episode 8 or 9.
Dude, it's so bad. Like, and I love Star Wars, I really do, but it's literally nothing happens in 8, and the thing I like about 8 is that it's cool and fun to
But
watch.
some of my favorite movies are where like shit, like nothing happens, like Napoleon Dynamite,
like a slice of life film.
Beverly Hills Cop.
But here's the thing too, though. Going back to the oversaturation, you're making spin-offs while you're making the episodic movies, and you're also making a TV series, and nothing is happening in any of them.
Mhm.
All the spin-offs are stories that we already know the ending to because they're happening in between
I really think
movies that are already spin-offs.
I really think
like the
people,
show like
people really like shows where nothing happens though.
dude, that's true. My parents love the Halo
sitcoms.
show.
Mhm. Euphoria is like huge, and I've tried watching that show and nothing happens.
It's horny.
You're just like, what is going
Yeah,
on?
that's
Like,
all it is.
yeah.
Is anything going on in this show? Is this like the show where they just talk to each other for a little while and then nothing happens? It's like, why? What? They're huge fucking shows. We need to make a show, dude, because it's so easy. We don't have to do anything.
This is
Nothing
a show
has to
where nothing
happen.
happens.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We just don't do nothing enough.
Dang it. Fuck, we need to do less.
But yeah,
That's an issue. Yeah.
I think it's insane that they're like, why is nobody watching our shows? And it's like the show takes place in between two movies, that takes place in between a movie and a spinoff, that takes place in between another spinoff and another movie. And it's like, we already know. It's like if they released a Dark Souls sequel that took place in between getting the Lord Vessel and placing the Lord Vessel. Like,
Yeah. It's like,
like that's fucking so stupid.
Yeah.
what happened to MTV? You know what I mean? What
Yeah.
happened to MTV?
Star Wars rant over. It bums me out. Fourth thing, there's not enough fucking games. That was the thing I was thinking about in my
Because
shower.
they
They used to make fucking Star Wars games like every 6 months.
because their licensing probably
not
costs a lot.
anymore.
Their
Well, the
licensing-
licensing is probably expensive,
probably
but it's
so
not exclusive
expensive.
anymore. But
Yeah.
I just fucking the only good Star Wars games are the fucking Lego ones, and they're really good. but
Okay.
I like Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor.
I
Speaking of games,
don't want to play as that. I fucking hated that guy.
Oh, dude, he's badass.
This was an idea that I wanted to pitch to you guys, and I didn't think to do it ahead of time. Probably should have, because this is like one where it's just like you probably can't just come up with it on the spot unless you've already thought about this.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
What is like your idea of like a niche video game that would be like something that's exclusively designed for you? Other people might also like it, but it's like it just defines your style or like dream game like so uniquely.
It's a looter shooter football game.
Like, so it randomizes like jerseys or players that you pick up by like scoring touchdowns.
I'm not sure. I haven't worked out how this works,
Okay.
but that's what it is.
All right.
It's I just want like it probably would be under the sports banner, but I like upgrading. I like upgradable, like Destiny.
Yeah,
where you're
but once you
constantly-
get to a point where like you're no longer upgrading things, it kind of dies off.
That's fair. Well, I would just start another team or another player. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
another playthrough. Yeah.
But I'm not sure how that would work at all. I don't think it would, to be honest.
I'm gonna be cheeky and just say Dishonored 3. But
No, that's
Can you
that's,
just say-
that's
I don't think you
perfect.
can just say-
and knowing how much you love Dishonored, that makes
Yeah,
perfect sense to
But
me.
like Dishonored 3 would be the number one. But the actual answer other than that would be something that had like the horror like feeling of dread of like the Silent Hill series, but with like the power creep of Resident, like just scarier Resident Evil, but instead of it being a massive worldwide thing, have
Mhm.
it be very, very self-contained. I don't want any I don't want any fucking government dude showing up at the fucking last minute to save the day, like in 7 or 8.
So no government involved.
Yeah.
So what you want is to play Alien Romulus?
Yeah, honestly, playing like that as a game would be pretty nasty. But I also I like immersive sim, so it'd have to have some immersive stuff. So yeah, just Dishonored 3.
Yeah,
with an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dishonored 3, but the alien from Alien Isolation is hunting me the whole time. That'd be terrifying.
Angels in the Outfield, the game.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
You were saying niche game, and then it was hilarious because immediately my mind didn't go to any niche titles. It went to the fucking Last of Us Part 1. But like, I want more games that are just in the same style of Last of Us. Like, I wish there was more. I want 2 to be on PC so I can play it. But I love like just the feeling of that game, like how everything is. Red Dead 2 is the same thing where everything has
cinematic but not breakneck pace.
Yeah, it's like a very deliberate. Everything has weight to it, and also just how absolutely, like actually brutally disgusting the combat is. In Red Dead 2 is really nasty combat, but Last of Us Part 2 has some of this fucking it's sick. So I want more of that. I want
just
stuff
thinking
like
about
that.
Angels in the Outfield, the game.
Yeah, give me survival horror and a nice self-contained story.
If you could control
Signalist
the
is
angels,
great.
if you could control the angels,
That'd be hilarious.
and you had to move the players around and help them and shit, that'd be sick.
I would like
every baseball video game is basically Angels in the Outfield, the game, because you're just controlling.
So it's a real-time strategy game.
Yeah, it's a top down.
It's a 4X.
Yeah,
it's like Stellaris.
You've got to pick up resources.
Yeah,
like
and you upgrade
peanuts
your
and Cracker
angel.
Jack.
Yeah,
to
you upgrade your wings and your halo and your gown. They wear gowns.
Yeah.
They do like to wear gowns. What's up with that?
Or somehow
it was the style at the time.
It was everybody died in gowns, so all the
they never wear jeans, bro. They never wear jeans.
Apparitions, they don't wear them.
Or it would have to be something like the perfect video game for me ever would just be if they would put Resident Evil Outbreak on Steam, because I love that old school fucking survival horror feel, but I want that co-op.
Yeah.
Like stealth. I don't know. I love stealth games. I love immersive sims, and I love horror games. So it'd be anything like that.
There you
got
go.
me stuck on it. Well, I've been playing a lot of fucking Resident Evil.
Have you played Napoleon Dynamite, the game?
No, we did watch it on PSP though. I started playing the Dead Space remake because it doesn't fry my CPU anymore, and it's cool.
It's not bad. I didn't mind it. It's just Dead Space, though.
Yeah.
I never played Dead Space.
Oh, well, that changes it.
Yeah, which is weird.
I played the remake for like 15 minutes, and I was like, I've played Dead Space. What am I doing? I can just play Angels in the Outfield, the game, instead.
I mean, that's the dream.
Yeah, it really is.
I think mine would be imagine Streets of Rage style combat where it's like 2.5D platforming,
spinning around,
do some combos and shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's a class-based game where you create your character.
Like a beat 'em up with
classes.
Why don't they
and
do
unlockables.
that?
Like, is Castle Crashers like that?
Kind of.
A little bit.
There's not a lot of platforming in Castle Crashers, is there?
No, it's not. It's
it's minimal. Which, I mean, it's not like there really is a ton of it in Streets of Rage either. It's more of the like
Streets of Rage just feels
everyone can do the same shit.
It feels really.
It's actually kind of blowing me away that that's not a thing.
Right. It
has to be somewhere. It has to be somewhere.
You could also add looting. You could add looter shooter and stealth conspiracies
and fucking Napoleon Dynamite universe. It could be in the Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, take place in Boise.
Well, I mean, like the closest thing that I feel like they've done to it was in Streets of Rage 4 when the DLC came out. They had like like basically like an arena mode where it would have like stages where it's just like you fight all the enemies that come out in waves, and at the end of the wave, 2 upgrades appear, and you choose one each time.
It's still pretty basic.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you're looking for. And
but like, I want like each class has its own shtick, you know?
That's a good idea.
You're going to have a necromancer class?
Why not?
I'm in.
Necromancer, sorcerer,
warlock, and mage.
Well, it's a lot of magic. It's a lot of magic. That's pretty small differences. It's kind of
the only problem that I see with the necromancer is like telling the difference between the what you've brought back and the enemies that you're facing.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like if you knock someone out but you don't kill them and you try and resurrect them and like their bones come out of them, and then you gotta pay for the funeral.
Oh, you mean so it would use? Yeah, it's using corpses basically.
Yeah.
You could you give them an aura or some stupid shit, you know?
Yeah. I mean, they gotta
or do like what the old school fighting games used to do and just change the color scheme.
Make them look like static.
Green shorts now instead of
they look staticky.
Or that.
They're blurry. They're just blurry.
Actually, why not just have the skeleton rip out of the body?
That would be sick.
Or that would actually make it look cooler. Or
as long as the enemies that you're fighting aren't already skeletons, it's.
Well, here's the trick: is that if a necromancer's in your party, skeletons are automatically good guys.
And if you're not fighting skeletons, though,
but other necromancers are like, I don't know, they hate you.
How fun is it if you're not fighting skeletons, though? You know what I mean,
dude? Don't even no. Skeletons are cool, but don't ever act like they're fun to fight, unless you're talking about the Skeleton King from End of Act 1.
I don't know. I played Power Rangers for SNES once, and there's like a skeleton boss, right? And he's kind of fun because you can chop him, and then he falls apart into a bunch of bones, and then he reforms. Somebody out there knows what I'm talking about.
They do that in Dark Souls too.
All right, well,
it's not fun.
Power Rangers definitely did it first, so
yeah. Well,
I mean,
do you think the Power Rangers could fucking rekindle the flames?
Okay, well.
If you had all 5 of them,
Tommy would have.
Do you think they could beat Dark Souls 1? Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. What games could they beat? Could the Power Rangers beat most games? Like, could they beat Half-Life if all 5 of them were visited by G-Man?
I mean, they're teens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're in their suits. Like, how strong are Power Rangers?
When they're morphed.
No,
when
but like
morphed.
when they're in their in like their jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Their costumes. How strong are they?
Well, they're powered up. They're not just like teenagers in suits.
No. Yeah,
right.
They're probably just going to be pressing buttons too hard. Is probably what's going to happen.
Like,
I think he's meaning that they are the main characters of the video game, not that they are.
I thought they were playing the game.
Yeah. They replace the main character.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like at least I know Jake and I have beaten Half-Life as children, so
probably a lot of games then, if that's the case.
So yeah, they could just use the controllers and beat
it's
the
just
game.
A who would win situation. It's like you're just throwing them into a universe.
Mm.
It's like when you go like Marvel universe versus Star Wars. It's like there's no comparison for the power levels, so you can't really.
Just post it on Reddit. Who would win?
It's guaranteed already there.
What is the most challenging video game that the
Power Rangers could
would
win.
Survive?
Because I don't think they could do. Well, no, because then I
post
used to
it before this comes out.
If anybody
someone's
wants
going
to
steal
know
it.
why I get so defensive, it's because I used to post on who would win religiously.
Oh, I know, and that's why I said it.
Yeah,
that's where all his karma came from.
No, because we would post that. I have no karma on Reddit. It's where it all goes to die.
Well,
in my comments lately, I give like fucking 3-word. I sort Reddit by new now, and I just give 3-word responses to people.
Oh, I like that.
You know what the best move is? If any of you listening are on Reddit, this is the most fun thing to do. You sort by new, and you go to posts that have one comment, and then you just copy that comment and paste it. And then once it starts picking up traction, you go back to that post, and I guarantee you it will have dozens of the same comment.
Yeah, people love that shit.
People love that shit, but bots love that shit. And I've been doing that all over. So
it's like nice try Diddy. Like everybody puts nice try Diddy on shit now.
Yeah.
It's like a video of like a fire blanket where it like puts out fires, and then all of the comments are nice try Diddy. And it's like, huh? Like what? How is all of the comments this?
But what they would do is if we put it on who would win, they would immediately go, wow, pushes up glasses. They would actually put that in the fucking comment.
Yeah,
like with the asterisks or whatever. They'd be like, well, pushes up glasses. Actually, the Power Rangers have an automatic death when they first see Seat the Scaleless, so they would automatically fail the challenge. It's like, fucker, just have fun with me. Come on, dude. Yeah. Let's pretend that they have the fucking sign. You know, is what you do. Yeah. Would they beat The Witcher? Would you think the 5 Power Rangers are strong enough to replace Geralt in The Witcher?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, especially if it's like book canon Witcher, 100%. Because like in the books, he's like crippled through like the majority of it.
Yeah, even in the game though, like they can summon a Megazord. You know what I mean? If they have to.
Geralt.
That's how you get me to play The Witcher. Is if you could summon a fucking Megazord.
They have Zords, so like that is another thing.
Zoids?
Zords, like Megazords. You remember how they would like call in the fucking big robot guys?
I didn't watch Power Rangers.
Are you kidding me?
That's why I'm asking all these questions. I don't know how fucking strong they are.
They all called in different things,
I don't know what
right?
they do, bro.
So you had like the Tyrannosaurus and the Triceratops, and like each Power Ranger had a different animal. And they'd call in like the Zord thing of the animal, and then they'd all combine together, and it makes the Megazord, and it's the big robot guy.
And sometimes they're just like animals, not dinosaurs.
Right.
He looks like Optimus Prime. Sometimes
Lightspeed Rescue. Well, you know, like whatever edition of Power Rangers.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
That was the original.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dino Force.
Yep.
So. They beat The Witcher.
That one's the one with the animals, right?
That one has the animals.
Would they be able to beat a Final Fantasy game if you replaced a Final Fantasy character with the Power Rangers?
I don't think that the Power Rangers
they don't level up,
scale up like that.
Yeah.
No, but I'm sure they get better at their craft. You know what I mean? They've killed a lot of big guys with explosions. Like every time, actually.
Wait, do they still have Power Rangers physics where they like barely hit someone and it sparks and they go flying?
Every time they've killed anybody, it's been an
here's the
explosion.
problem with them playing Final Fantasy. Like what they're going to do is they're going to assume that the materia that they equip needs to match their color.
Oh man.
And so, like, the blue one is just going to have, like, a bunch of all materia, or, like, synergy materia, or...
Elemental.
Yeah, elemental. And then the green one is actually going to have all of the spells, but just uses them baseline. One of them has summons, but they can only use them, like, once a day. Which is kind of like the Megazord. And then like
the yellow would be sick.
Yellow would still probably be sick.
She would fucking sweep.
This
is becoming Jake's like definitive video game that he would.
Yep.
The Power Rangers. Put the materia system in Power Rangers. I'm in.
The pink one would just have like
the Chocobo
like
one.
15 MP ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
and no abilities that actually use MP.
Nope. Nope, not at all. Their limit breaks would be the Megazord.
Yep.
That'd be sick.
Yellow just mugs until the enemy doesn't have any like weapons left to like attack with.
They don't know how to turn sense off.
Yeah.
So they're just constantly getting pings in the helmet that are just like
assess.
Like, how do I shut off? Yeah, they don't know how to shut off the materia, so they're just constantly blowing up and shit.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
It could be something, I guess.
Would you rather be Batman or be not like would you rather be Batman or would you rather be Spider-Man?
Oh, Probably Spider-Man. Just on the simple fact that he's actually got some kind of powers and abilities. Batman's
I
more
feel
just a
like
guy.
if I was Batman, I'd be rich.
Yeah, but I can
and
just
not that I'd really have an interest in being rich, but I could just do a lot of good things with that. So
Yeah, like be Batman.
well,
Would you? If so,
I feel like okay. So if I was Bruce Wayne, I wouldn't be Batman.
wait, yeah. No, you would be. Well, no, you're
No,
just gonna replace
I would just
him.
be like,
You're gonna
no,
replace
this
him.
is doing what I'm doing is dumb.
Oh, well, then they're just gonna take over Arkham or Gotham.
who cares? Who cares about?
They're gonna
Gotham?
take over the bad guys. They're gonna take over this. There's no Batman.
So
You
move.
lose.
So move.
Well, I mean, like, what did they do before Batman?
They won.
Did they already lose at that point?
No. Actually, I think they only came to be because of Batman. I think that's one of the
Yeah.
that's like
That's actually
that's like
exactly
It was
part
a
of the
response.
that's part of the Killing Joke.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. Yeah, well,
Well, I mean, for sure, that was Joker's whole thing for
Yeah.
keeping doing it.
Well, Bats, you know, you and I, we must coexist.
I'm
He's
a
got-
Joker, baby.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Yeah.
I've been playing fucking Arkham Knight, so I've got a lot of Batman, just
That's
Batman
a-
Beyond.
I think
Seth sold me on it immediately last episode when I'm like, I would play it if I could play as Batman Beyond, and immediately he goes, yeah, there's a Batman Beyond skin. You definitely own it because it's free. I'm like, well,
Yep.
been playing the shit out of it. But
It's
I'm not.
fun.
Yeah, it's cool.
Good game.
I want to play Spider-Man. Maybe then I'll want to be Spider-Man. The thing is I think Batman has cooler guys to fight. He has cooler villains. Spider-Man's villains are silly. They're goofballs, bro.
Yeah.
yeah, I guess.
Fucking Doc Ock. What? Fucking Green Goblin. Like what? Hobgoblin. What?
I mean, if you say any person's name
Instead
or
of, like,
whatever,
the Joker or like
Joker,
who's another guy? Martian Manhunter.
Scarecrow.
Yeah, Scarecrow. Darkman.
It all
Ra's
depends
al
on how
Ghul.
you say it. Yeah.
Yeah. Scarecrow.
Stop. You know what I mean? Stop.
He's cool.
Yeah.
I don't think he's my favorite though.
he's a lot cooler in
the games.
and the movies than he was in the animated series. But the animated series is the best rendition of Batman.
That's where
As a
most of my
whole.
that and Batman Beyond.
Yep.
The 90s show.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Well,
wild.
they were both in the 90s, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Batman Beyond was the shit.
Yeah, it was.
He had the red.
Yep.
He did have the red.
Yeah.
Dang,
And like
Yeah.
old Batman coaching him.
Yep.
Fucking dope.
Wicked cool.
that's the move.
Mm-hmm.
You got
But,
the
yeah.
prodigy.
I think that's Batman's strongest thing is he has all the coolest villains. I was thinking about that while I've been playing Arkham Knight because like Superman's villains.
All the heels.
Well, doesn't DC kind of share villains?
See, yes. Once they get into like Justice League type stuff, where
And Marvel shares villains too, but like you never see Peter Parker in like, you know, Miami or wherever Aquaman is, Atlanta.
well,
Aquaman's in the Coca-Cola factory.
Aquaman's DC. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, it'd be Silver Surfer, the Brown Surfer.
like
know.
I think it's like once you get into the like scenarios where you're combining forces of them, like a lot of the villains of individual heroes just don't meet the power requirement for it,
Yeah,
and so you don't see them anymore. But like if you have Superman and any of his, you know, opponents that he fights, that opponent is also just going to crush Batman or Wonder Woman or whatever, just because of how
much?
Superman's power is up here and then everybody else is down here.
Yeah.
But Batman is smart enough to fucking, you
But
know.
what about the Ginyu Force?
What video games could the Ginyu Force? Wait, can you
Like,
imagine
what
if
happens if the
the
Ginyu
Ginyu
Force?
Force was the Power Rangers?
If the Ginyu Force was the Power Rangers? It kind of is.
Like when they did their dance,
they are.
They put on the. That'd be cool.
I think they were actually designed to be
Power Rangers like.
I'm still firmly in the camp that VR Troopers is better than Power Rangers.
Yeah,
because it's hilarious and it's just such obvious rip-off.
You were getting to something though, and I was gonna bite onto it because you were talking about once you get into like supervillains that like you start crossing the heroes together.
Mm-hmm.
I think
it's
like
just this is like the
Thanos,
who would win cast.
Yeah, Thanos and Galactus and stuff are cooler than who is it for fucking DC? Darkseid.
Should we post this whole episode on who would win?
Doomsday is cool.
No, please don't.
Please don't.
They're gonna tear us apart. They're gonna be a whole new asshole.
No,
and then you're gonna need a cab.
I just don't want people to know who I am. So.
Me neither.
That's fair.
But yeah, I don't know. X-Men. X-Men
doesn't everybody know
the coolest villains?
Doesn't everybody know
sick.
BFam HD? I thought everybody knew it.
Like Magneto would probably fuck up Batman.
Until Batman just learned that he does stuff with magnets.
Why doesn't he just have counter magnets?
Like, I'm just gonna have a plastic fucking batarang and
a plastic bat suit.
Yeah,
it's like ponchos that makes that noise.
Yeah, no, all he needs is he just needs a really big.
It's just
magnet.
the first iteration of his suit. He just goes back and like it's just like
the cotton one.
Yeah, like he's got fucking, not to bring back tubes, but he's got fucking tubes with all of his old outfits.
He does
in the Batcave.
They could also be in jars.
He just goes back to the original before he had any metal in it.
Mm-hmm.
They could be in jars.
And he's just like,
it could be just jars.
Well, back again, my old friend.
Yeah.
I think he should just get a giant magnet and then keep him away from stuff.
Yeah,
and just
what if he keeps it behind his back and Magneto goes to push him and then he like pulls it out and then Magneto just goes flying across.
It's a good idea.
Just goes shooting across the
it's
stars.
He's easy to counter.
Magneto would.
Are you implying that the magnetic field goes away when he hides the magnet?
Yeah. Obviously, it doesn't turn on if he can't see it.
You're blocking it.
He can't control the magnet if he can't. That's not true. But let's pretend for the sake of this argument, Batman made a plastic magnet that he can't see.
Yeah, but you're blocking it with your body, so it doesn't work now.
Yeah.
Plastic magnet.
Like Willy.
Yeah, it's full circle. It really is.
What's y'all's favorite snacks?
Black Chex Mix.
That's a good choice. The bold party blend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like Ben and Jerry's Italian wedding soup.
That's a thing?
Nope, but it should be.
Okay.
It should be a thing.
Okay.
I think Ben and Jerry's.
Like, it's just Italian wedding soup, but it's in the Ben and Jerry's cup.
Yep.
Like already pre-prepared. You just microwave it.
Yep. And yes, it's a genius because I think Ben and Jerry's needs to like dip their foot into like soups. And this is something I've been thinking about for a while. It's one of my notes actually. Ben and Jerry's. So I like this question. Is what I'm trying to say. But I think they would do well to dip their foot in, to dip their toes at least into some soups. I mean, come on, all you gotta do, it's like instant soups. You just put it in the fucking microwave or whatever. Yeah. It's a good idea. They already got the little tubs.
Yeah. Cherry Garcia.
People like soups. They like ice creams. You know what else comes into tubs?
They give them really fun names. They got to do that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just not Ben and Jerry's.
Dude, they have a Colin Kaepernick one. Did you see that? They have a Colin Kaepernick Ben and Jerry's. It's pretty fucking funny. And then, so we were joking about this last night. They should just give random people, like random celebrities, Ben and Jerry's, what are they called? Formulas? Ben and Jerry's.
It seems
flavors?
Like it seems like they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
you're just saying there's not enough.
Yeah, I mean, like really random people, like obscure people. You know what I mean? Like a George Floyd, Ben and Jerry's. Like they don't even have to be living people. Or they could be Magneto Ben and Jerry's. You could put magnets in it. That's a good one. Spider-Man Ben and Jerry's. Put some spider webs in there. People like spider webs with their ice cream.
Like I think
You can make it be cotton candy or marshmallow.
Yeah.
I think when I
But the problem is you have to come up with silly names. That's the problem. It's coming up with the puns. That's a tough one.
I think when I brought up this question about snacks,
You had something else in mind.
I think I had like I thought I had a top 5. I feel like that's going to change every day.
Well, it's going to change now because
yeah. I mean, like
we have George Floyd, Ben and Jerry's, and
yeah.
I think he deserves one. Is all I'm saying. I think it's a good move. It's a good marketing technique.
So big fan of yogurt. But I don't like the design of yogurt cups. And like this really is just like in general like a
Plastic yogurt cups, like the
yeah.
like an Oikos type deal.
Yeah. Or a Chobani.
Mm-hmm.
Noosa, whatever.
What don't you like
Danimals?
about the what don't you well those are drinkable. But what don't you like about the cups?
All right. So like
It's a specific kind of
they design them in a way where like you gotta take your time in order to get all of it out of there.
You do.
Yeah.
They should give you a little tool to get stuff out of the ridges.
Yeah.
The ridges are the real problem, dude.
Like, cause like, all right, I've packed
Or they
this.
could round
I've
it.
packed this yogurt in a lunch to take to work.
Yeah.
Like I'm working through my lunch break. I work in a fucking factory.
Yeah, I don't have time to ridge.
So I don't
dig in
have
the
time
ridges.
to scrape the bowl like I'm some fucking like dog that like is gonna get a stomach ache or throw up if it eats too quickly.
Yeah.
So
Like-
I usually work it around on both sides.
Why
so
don't
it
they
comes
just sell
down.
yogurt in like better shapes, like balls
Like
or something?
tubes?
Tubes.
like a
Go-Gurt.
jar?
Like-
Yeah.
Yeah, I
A
mean,
jar of
they
goat
really
yogurt.
just need to make adult Go-Gurt.
I mean,
Yeah. Well, how hard could it be? You just put
I
it in a
think
fucking.
most people buying Go-Gurt are adults, though.
Yeah, but like
Yeah, but they're buying it.
the
for their
yogurt
kids
is
instead.
child yogurt.
Yeah, it's kid yogurt.
Like it doesn't have. It's mostly sugar and stuff. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
it's not like good
mostly
for you.
sugar.
Yeah.
Didn't we look that up
like-
on the show? Like what's in
like-
Go-Gurt? I feel like we did that once.
It was either Go-Gurt or Danimals.
I'm just trying
There's
to
Danimals.
imagine like a Greek Go-Gurt. Like
Yeah.
Oh, the texture.
Dude,
yeah,
like little chunks of
Yeah.
fucking
Yep.
where
strawberries and
it's like, yeah.
shit.
It's like cum.
I don't know. I think it'd be fine. It would work out.
Sure.
Fruit on the bottom.
Mhm.
So all it's at one end.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But it's like a cosmic force, so it's like no matter which end you open, it's always at the other side.
Yes.
Well, yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
fourth dimension yogurt. That's your niche video game
that's
right
exactly
there.
how it would work.
Yogurt simulator.
Yeah, 4D yogurt. Yogurt simulator.
I don't know.
You gotta
Like,
hide in the ridges. It's like
they-
Outlast, and you're running
Yeah.
from spoons.
it seems like they could solve the whole thing by just rounding off the bottoms.
Yeah.
Yeah, sell it in ball form,
Yup.
and then it'll be like the oranges that you smack on the table, and then when you open it up, it's just yogurt, and you get to
Ball
slurp
form.
it out like a fucking like the fruit in Lion King.
What was those things that they used to have?
Wonder Ball.
Wonder Balls. They had fucking little candies in them and toys and shit.
No,
Yeah.
Wonder Balls had candy.
It was chocolate,
Kinder
right?
Surprise had toys.
I never had those. The Wonder
that's
Balls
just in-
chocolate. It's a.
Like
it's
they started doing it after Wonder Ball like kind of fell off.
they're
Fuck
hollow
them,
chocolate,
then.
right? It's a hollow chocolate ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wonder Balls are sick, dude.
Do they
Wonder,
still?
Wonder,
Could you
Wonder
still
Ball.
buy those?
I don't know.
They took them off the
They
shelves
definitely
and they
fell
brought them
off.
back.
Though. Like you don't see them.
They fell
Mm-mm.
off. How does that lose popularity? Don't kids,
Kids
love
choked.
chocolate and toys?
Yeah, they love it too much, and the fucking
The-
little
the- the
dumbass ate it
world,
whole and choked to
I'm
death.
trying to find
The
Wonder
world
Ball.
has gotten rid of their whimsy. You know,
They really
their sense of wonder.
I
Yeah,
think
dude.
kids keep killing themselves, and that's what's ruining this country. Like, dude, think about
Dude,
it.
everything's so fucking gray and depressing.
Like, dude, you can't even
Like,
have the fucking.
It's not that there are other things wrong with this country that causes kids to kill themselves. It's kids killing themselves that's wrong with the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, and dude, you can't even have the blinds with the cord anymore. You have to like have you have to pull them up from the bottom, push them up from the bottom. You can't have that anymore because kids are like hanging themselves on them and shit. It's like, dude, stop! These kids are ruining everything.
I thought they just got rid of those because they get tangled and then.
I think they got rid of those because it's just cost effective to make regular.
It's because
blinds.
kids were
Yeah.
getting on the stools and then they were kicking the stool out from under them and they were hanging.
Dude, if your kid was so malnourished that he was able to hang themselves from your blinds, then they're doing themselves a favor.
You're putting too strong of supports in your blinds.
yeah. Where are your
yeah.
blinds? In the cage that you lock them in?
I like how my
You're using like fucking like 8-inch screws.
9-inch nails.
I don't know. It was just a headline I read. I only read the headline.
Mm.
Can you buy these? Oh, eBay. That's
Well.
it's like from 97.
Yep,
It's Space Jam.
It is
they're
too.
expired. Yeah.
Yeah. There's the Wonder Sphere. I have one of those. Spherical.
That's so fucking stupid. Why do you have that?
What?
The
That
Wonder
thing?
Sphere.
It's like it hovers. It goes and it kind of. It's got like a little
Like
fan
I think
thing
he just gets all of those things somehow.
It's because no, it's
it
because
hovers.
like-
Okay, that's the charging cord.
My
I
mom-
thought that it
my
was like
mom
a
likes
fucking
to buy-
kick it.
my mom-
or skip it or
He
whatever.
probably has one of those.
my mom
Do you
likes to
still ever
buy
skip it?
gimmicky shit. She sees gimmicky shit at
As
the
seen on
store for
TV.
like $7.99, and she's
yeah,
like,
she watches QVC.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
awesome.
that's part of it
It's
too.
badass.
You know, they were
My
over
mom
here
would just buy herself
Saturday.
beer.
They were over here Saturday, right? And my mom and my aunt are hammered. And they're like, let's do a podcast. So I let them come in here, right? They're sitting here. She's sitting here and my aunt's sitting there. And I was like, all right, I'll just record it. So now I have like a file of like 40 minutes of them being drunk sitting here on the.
Yep, that you can use to blackmail them.
Yeah. And I'm going to see if they'll approve something I can put out. They were not. It wasn't good. They were like, can we sing a song? Pull up some lyrics. I don't know the lyrics.
That's
Dude,
awesome.
it was just a nightmare. I listened to the whole thing and it was hard to listen to.
Just forgot about Dre.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, so you had a top 5 snacks.
Yep. So that's one of them. I don't have an order for
Ben and
them,
Jerry's Italian wedding
um,
soup is number one.
just
So they got to fix yogurt.
chips.
Just chips?
Chips.
You would have loved UBC, dude.
I'm not gonna say what kind of chip because that for sure changes daily. Like I gotta be in the mood for I'm not always in the mood for Lay's defaults, but like
Lay's regular, Lay's original.
but yeah, chips. What else?
But does the
like-
brand matter? Or is it just all chips?
Well, like, there's gonna be times where I'm like really just craving like Doritos, and that's a completely different kind of chip than a Lay's.
Right. And then it's like, are Cheetos and cheese puffs or like puff corns? Is that chips?
They're like snack food.
But I
genre.
like-
I don't know if they're chips. I don't think they're chips.
So I'm weird. Well, I'm not. It's not. I'm not weird because of this.
They're puffs.
But I'm weird for other reasons. But like Chex Mix, I love, and I can't do chips anymore. I mean, I can, but my problem with chips is that my fingers get greasy, and the salt and vinegar makes my mouth burn, and I only crave salt and vinegar.
Yeah.
Salt and vinegar might be the best, but it's one like I think it's the best because I can't eat the whole bag in one sitting.
Well,
So you get to actually savor them.
Yeah.
I don't really ever have cravings for snack. I haven't been a snacker for a long time. I was not a snack guy. Actually,
I'm definitely a snack guy.
yeah,
and
like there's people
that's-
that'll snack all fucking day.
Yeah.
And it's like, how are you ever hungry? Like, how do you ever eat meals? Like, what the fuck? Like, how are you
I eat all
constantly
my
eating
snacks in one
bananas and
sitting.
fucking Chex Mix and
Yeah,
shit?
I'm the same way.
That's why I buy small bags of stuff. It might not be as cost effective, but like I'll get Chex Mix. I'll get
fine,
some
like-
pistachios. That's my other one.
I'll just eat a meal a day and I'll be fine.
Yogurt.
I could eat like one
Chips.
meal a day.
What's 3? String cheese.
Lately, I've been bringing an apple with peanut butter to work. That fucking kills.
Yep.
And like to the point where like I was doing it so often that I bought one of those like slicer quarter things where you just
Yup, and it
force
just
it
turns.
through the-
Yup.
Yep. And then I've just got like a fucking bloomin' apple
They're
that I'm
godly,
just
that's
dunking in
godly.
peanut butter.
Do you eat the core?
No, I don't. Sorry to disappoint.
That's where
It's
you
fine.
go wrong.
What's 4th?
All right. 4th.
Wait a minute. How many are we doing?
5.
It's 5?
He had
I
a
mean,
top
I
5.
had 5.
Top 5. Oh shit.
I don't.
That's
fuck.
why. That's why he
That's
was.
okay.
I don't
well,
know if I remember all 5 that I was like thinking of, but in my head I was going through them. All right. Sometimes I'll just like go to the refrigerator and
So you're at the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Picture this.
Okay.
Your
you're at it.
refrigerator?
You're at the refrigerator.
The handles.
It could
heat,
be could be mine. It could be yours.
I'm picturing your refrigerator.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
All right. So you open it up.
Handle.
And I make sure I look
the-
and I make sure that hot sauce is still there.
Your water's there.
Third
Your
shelf.
water's-
Third shelf down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right below the pit.
I've just got straight up a bag of pre-sliced pepperoni.
yeah.
You do.
That makes sense to me.
You're just gonna just eat that.
Of
Yep.
course you are. Yeah.
Like no
Mm-hmm.
no crackers and cheese with it. You're just eating straight up pepperoni.
Yep.
Now here's the question.
And now every time I
and-
burp, it hurts because the fucking acid reflux.
Yeah. Like I like spicy food. I'm not for a second trying to say that pepperoni is like spicy. But and this is a hot
It's a
take
little
and
tingy.
I'm going to need you guys to like try this and get back to me, all right? If you eat a single piece of pepperoni, it's spicier than if you eat like a stack all at once.
Yeah.
A single piece versus a stack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Single piece is spicier than a whole stack.
Yeah. Less is more.
Why is that?
I don't know. I can't explain it. Like
I can't.
every
Tasting?
time
Is it
time
a-
that I just eat one, I'm just like, whoo, had a little heat on that one, you know, and then
Gonna have to try this.
and then I just like go for a whole stack, and I'm expecting that same level.
Is it because you went
It's not fair.
for the individual one first and then went to the stack?
Probably.
Try the stack first,
Yeah.
and then come back and see what happens.
Yep. Next time I'm on, we're just talking about pepperoni.
Yeah, it's gonna be pepperoni podcast.
pepperoni cast.
Yep. The old Roni Zoni. The Roan Zone. That's what we should have called this podcast.
Yeah.
I was thinking about how fun it would be if, because I was listening to this band called Kaleo, and it's spelled Kaleo, and I was like, it'd be cool if there was a cover band called Kaleos, and I was like, well, maybe you wouldn't be able to, and then we'd be like, we're called the Calzones, we're a cover band for Kaleo. People would be like, how does that make sense? And you'd have to explain the
The
copyright.
Oswego War.
yeah. That is
it's-
that's the shit
a
I
very
think about on my
specific-
walks
Yeah.
home. Like hypothetical cover bands
Yeah.
and their lore,
Yeah. The
You know.
backstory.
the backstory while I'm listening to the music. Obviously,
Yeah.
usually. I love I snack a lot on like cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes. I love
Hell yeah.
those.
Same.
Yeah.
Same thing with the little pepperonis.
Like when I busted them out during
Yep.
Return of the King.
Yep. Big
You know
time.
what's honestly like terrifying for me is
Mhm.
how many croutons I would eat. if I just had a bag of croutons.
Croutons?
Yeah, they're delicious.
Honestly, croutons.
I could probably eat too many of those.
Pretty great.
And luckily, I'm never in a situation where I have a lot of croutons because it would be a problem. It probably would be a problem.
I mean, they do come in huge bags.
They do. They do. And I've
I
never
want to
done
get a
that
bunch
to
of
myself.
croutons delivered to you.
And it's like, it's so light also.
Mm-hmm.
Just because
They're
it's
crunchy,
like,
they're bready, they're flaky.
it's bread that no longer smushes, you know? So it's like...
It's got a crunch to
Yeah.
it. I think the crunch is the satisfying part. But I think they're good. They're seasoned well. It's a good... it's got a good vibe to it. It's a fun time.
If we can do candy, I would say Swedish Fish.
I never got...
That's still a snack, yeah.
Yeah, Swedish Fish.
I never really was big on that.
Nerds Gummy Clusters.
Those are overpowered, though. I think
they're busted.
Yeah.
It's
just a chopped up Nerds rope.
When I was younger, I used to love Ritz crackers. Like just classic, just out of the red and blue box. Nabisco.
Oh, you know what's good is those fucking...
To quote the late, great Mitch Hedberg, how about a Ritz on top of a Ritz?
Mm-hmm. It's like, I buy crackers because I like crackers, not because I want tiny little edible plates.
Was it Keebler that made the
Toll House?
The crackers with the peanut butter in them, right? The cracker.
A bunch of companies make those.
Austin, the
those
yellow
were
ones.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Well, those had cheese or something.
No, they had peanut butter ones.
They got both.
did?
Yeah, they had both. The peanut butter ones were fucking goated.
Mm-hmm.
And
dude, I could just eat those for lunch, and then that was like, for some reason, it was filling. Probably because peanut butter.
I would get doubles in elementary school, and I would trade my doubles for their 8-pack of crackers.
I mean, Ritz did those too. They're Ritz Bits.
I don't like them as much.
The little tiny ones.
I like the Austin peanut butter crackers way more.
I like bite-sized shit though.
Little bits.
Austin also does like I think it's like cream cheese and chive, and it's like the white crackers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Those things are wicked good.
I like the classics too, though. I like popcorn and pretzels and shit.
I was gonna say combos, peanut butter combo pretzels.
Combos get to be too much for me.
Soft pretzel.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where do you even go for one now?
Fast Track
You
has
gotta
them.
make them.
I get them. You can get them on DoorDash from Fast Track.
That may have just changed my life.
It's trouble.
Right.
It's trouble. It's trouble.
Fast Track is close to your house.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's a real problem.
Because like before, it was like, oh, I'd go to like Great Northern Mall just to get a pretzel.
Yep. Sometimes like we're just watching TV and like we're like, let's just get pretzels, and then we get fucking pretzels and the little mini tacos that are cancer flavored. It's awesome.
Dude, I love those taquitos at 7-Eleven. Like
They're
the taco
so
taquitos on the rolling thing.
It's so
that
bad.
Shit
like
is
that
gonna kill me. That shit's gonna put me in the grave.
Any like Mexican food that's at a gas station is going to kill you.
You didn't even say Mexican. You could have said just any food at a gas station.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. But it feels worse when it's Mexican food.
I love anything that they sell at any gas station.
I don't think that a breakfast sandwich is going to put me in the grave, except for the fact that I eat it immediately before I go to bed almost every time that I work a night shift.
You ever just eat them cold right out of the cooler?
Out of the cooler?
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't know that they had them in the cooler.
Mm-hmm. Some of the gas stations, dude. Yeah, some of the convenience stores and gas stations will have.
That's the thing about that night shift is you get out at like 5:30 or whatever.
Sometimes they'll have them
nothing open.
They won't have them pre-cooked. You'll have them in a cooler. Like at 7-Eleven, you walk in right on the left. It's like 7-Eleven brand breakfast sandwiches, but in a cooler.
Hey, sometimes there's like some of these gas stations have like surprisingly
Try it
good,
sometime
like,
if you can find them. They're good cold.
Like some places have really good pizza and shit like that. And
bro,
it's fucking...
Fast Track pizza for being $10 a pizza is insane.
Their buffalo chicken's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Like I don't mind their pizza.
Maybe that's what I'll do for dinner tonight.
But
fucking
also,
gas station
it's a
pizza.
Gas station. You know, that's what's weird about it. Sometimes they surprise you though. Sometimes they throw a left hook.
Yeah. Yeah.
They throw the old circle change.
Yeah.
Well, I think like part of the problem is a lot of pizza places around here don't sell by the slice.
It is a problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know any of them. Cam's, I guess, does it.
Yeah.
They used to. A lot more places used to. It seems like.
GJP.
Yeah. Well, like Franco's used to do it.
Yeah.
Bridge Street Pizza probably does. If you go in there.
Enzo's.
COVID killed
Enzo's.
selling by the slice.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, it killed a lot of things. 24 hour everything.
Yeah.
People. Some people.
Quite a
It
few.
got some people.
It was like 9/11 every day.
Well,
If only.
they should all get Ben and Jerry's flavors. Everyone who died from COVID.
That's how they're gonna sneakily give everybody the next vaccine. They're gonna put it in ice cream. Jokes on them because I can't eat ice cream anymore.
I'm surprised they didn't resort to
Okay.
that already.
No, I poop a lot.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but it's not.
Literally.
It's not like. I mean, it's mostly the gas, dude. It's so bad. I get so
Yeah,
bloated.
but this brings me back to like,
cheese doesn't bother me, but milk and ice cream will ruin me.
If they just
I know,
put Italian wedding soup in there,
yeah.
problem solved.
I wouldn't
Well,
have diarrhea.
You know
ever.
what? I think I'm campaigning so hard for the Italian wedding soup because my cab company would benefit from that. Ultimately. But you could also do Ben and Jerry's like chili or something that's gonna make you shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to get more things that'll like make you shart on the market.
Oysters, Ben and Jerry's oysters, cakes.
Oyster crackers are
Oyster
another thing
dips.
I can fucking eat a lot
Like,
of.
you know what? You know how they have like Ben and Jerry's dips and they're like the fucking ice cream, like the chocolate covered ice cream chunks? You do that, but with fucking like clam or oyster.
Here's one thing. I will say this. Any ice cream that I can eat with a little wooden spoon, I'm interested in immediately. I will. It doesn't
That's just
matter what
every
it is.
ice cream.
Yeah.
They gotta supply me the wooden spoon. I don't
Okay.
buy those by
Okay.
myself. I don't have like a drawer in
Maybe
my
you should.
kitchen. Well, I should actually. You're right.
Ice cream tastes better with a little wooden spoon.
It
I think
does.
that's another thing
I
that
think
Mitch
it's the
said.
wood. I think it's the splinters that you get from it. You know what I mean?
No, because you eat the stick. It's like a fucking
It's like those character ice creams.
Fun dip.
Fun dip. Thank you. It's like Fun Dip.
You don't eat that though.
You eat
Well,
the
you
stick.
eat that, but you don't
Yeah.
eat wooden sticks, do you?
What? What do you mean? It's got ice cream all over it.
I don't eat the wooden stick.
That's why there's the joke on it, and you read the joke, and you go, "I'm going to remember this forever," and then you eat the stick.
Yeah, it's like hiding like a dog's pill in the cheese. You just cover the the wooden stick with ice cream, and it goes
Here's
down.
what you do: is you do wooden stick, clam.
A clam? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Clam it up, and then you cover that in chocolate.
I feel like the dog eats the pill because it's unbeknownst to him. Like I feel like you are.
No, what? No, the dog eats the pill because it wants you to work for it. It's like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Do something silly, like put my medicine
but
in the
you're
cheese.
setting up the whole. It's
That'd
too
be
much.
hilarious. You're like, the dog's in on it.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, I
What do you
guess.
mean?
I don't think that's so much true.
Why
I
don't they
think
just
it's true.
have dog medicine be fucking chewables or like taste good? Like, why don't
They try.
I doubt it?
They've got something going with big cheese.
There has to be something in those fucking
Yeah.
Kong balls that you put the peanut butter in.
Yeah, maybe they're in bed with the cheese companies.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same companies that
Yeah.
make dog food and cheese. Or
Nestle
dog,
owns everything.
dog pills and
Yeah.
cheese. Dog pill and cheese factory, dude. That's a good business plan.
They come prepackaged.
Yeah.
Dog pills.
Yeah, like little cheese bite things.
Yeah.
That's not the worst idea.
Just dogs though, like not other animals. Just
No,
dogs.
It's only for dogs.
I mean, you don't give cats cheese.
Well, yeah, but you don't give them dog pills either.
What?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could do people pills with cheese though, if you wanted to.
It's so funny to me.
What, dog pills?
It's not like a different factory. It all comes from the same, like the.
No, you specialize in dog pills because you got to make the best ones. Listen, we only do dog
just
pills.
Dog
and cheese.
pill, like the dog. Like I don't know why that just kills me. I'm picturing it in my head, and it's like a Scooby snack, but like really, really tiny, but it tastes like shit. And like the ad campaign for it is it's like, is your dog always spitting up your pills that you're giving it? Here, try dog pills. And
They
it's
should
just
make
a
more
pill
pills.
shaped, but it's shaped like your dog.
It's made of cheese.
Yeah, and it's made of cheese, and it's got the medicine in
That's
it.
too much money.
Try
man.
dog pills.
A lot
Your
of
dog
fucking-
will love it.
Put a lot of money into molds.
You okay, the business sends like a really like good like GoPro to the person's house and has them do like a 360 of the dog so that they can like
3D scan them.
Yep, 3D scan it. Laser,
You have
like
the
fucking
Google- the
laser
Google
print
van shows up.
the
The Google van shows up at your house.
yeah, the friggin' molds to get your cheese into the
Mhm.
dog shape.
Press it down. We're spending a lot of money on custom molds, though, is the problem with that.
Yeah,
I
but
think
this
the
thing
overhead is gonna
that-
hurt.
This is the thing, is that we take the dog as collateral. And we're like, hey,
We
you
don't.
gotta pay
Wait.
for the subscription
So-
service
so-
if you want your dog.
I like
So
that.
in order for us to send them the camera, they gotta give us the dog as collateral. How are they gonna get the 3D
That's
scan
so
of the dog?
aggressive. It's so aggressive.
That's the secret. Is that we don't ever get them the dog pills. We just do this to get people's dogs.
Oh,
And
yeah,
we send
we-
everybody the wrong
yeah,
dogs.
We're just farming data on people's dogs.
Yeah.
Like we're farming
Yeah,
to
like
sell it to
Roombas,
Amazon
like
and shit.
Roombas. Like
Yeah.
we put
We
a
sell
chip
it to
in the-
Chewy.
Well, isn't that why Amazon bought the fucking Roomba company? Because they wanted data and shit or some shit. That was the conspiracy theory. It's like they're
That's how
basically-
they can like space things in your house because
Yeah.
you've already had your Roomba.
They're like,
explore it.
we're only going to show you couches that'll fit in your house now because
Yeah.
we know how your rooms are laid out. It's fucking hilarious. That's
Wow.
so deep, though. That's
Wow,
so
thanks, Roomba. I really am glad that you let me know how
Well,
big my
yeah, but-
fucking couch is.
yeah. But think about it though. Like, it's like yes, this is like it's like yeah, it's
Fucking
invasive.
retard.
It is invasive, but like you don't want to see shit that doesn't fit in your house
Then
because
I
you
don't buy it. I don't buy a Roomba, and I don't buy couches that are too big.
I have a
keep
Roomba,
my couch.
and he's retarded. He's
yeah, that's
actually
what you do.
retarded.
You have to pee on it every day and make sure it stays silly.
His name is Earthcake.
Do you have a Roomba? You have a cool fucking shark vacuum.
You know
thing.
what's nice about this, with you guys not wearing headphones, is I can say stuff under my breath while you guys are talking, and like, it's gonna come through. So go ahead and keep, you know what I mean? Keep talking, and I'll just say stuff under my breath. You guys can't really hear.
What do you guys think your real life like D&D ability scores would be? Like your strength, dex, con, intelligence.
Real life.
Yeah, like what would your scores be?
Dexterity, I got pretty good dexterity.
Oh, my dexterity is in the fucking floor. dude.
I
am clumsy as shit. The fact that I'm wearing a white shirt is a big mistake. I'm guaranteed gonna spill something on myself.
Yeah. My
What are they
constitution's
again?
pretty good. I don't get sick that
strength.
often.
Let's go down the line.
Strength.
What? So strength. Where do you guys think that you're at? Like 10 is like average. So like every like 2 up is like half a standard deviation above the norm.
Okay.
Am I stronger than the average
I'm
person?
ripped. So I would say no.
And you know
Well,
what? Like us doing this is both an opportunity for us to completely shit on each other's perspective of themselves,
yeah.
and then also to really gas each other up when
Okay. Yeah.
people are like,
We can suck each
Yeah.
other off about
Yeah.
certain things.
yeah,
Or tear each other down. And yeah, this is kind of scary. So anyway, I would say it's hard to like, I don't have like a frame of general people's strength. So like 10 you're saying is like the average strength
Yeah.
of, and now it's my
like
demo.
can you lift as much as the average person, jump as high as the average person?
I'm only gonna say 13 or 14 probably. I'm not like super fucking strong, but I
Yeah.
did a lot of lifting as a warehouse guy, and
Right.
that wasn't. But I don't lift weights
Right.
like
Yeah.
free weights or anything.
I'd probably also say I'm probably around like a 14. I used to lift a lot of weights.
Yeah,
I just haven't done it in forever. And like when I did, like I would like deadlift in the 400s.
yeah. It's
I probably still could, but I'm also like 40 pounds
I think a
heavier
lot
now
of
than
my
I was
lifting
when I was
power
lifting.
comes from my legs.
Yeah. I mean,
'Cause my legs are tree
that's all part
trunks.
of strength. It's not like strength is just upper body
Yeah.
or some shit.
I used to be able to leg press like crazy, but then I got scared because I saw videos of people breaking their legs.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know. My strength would be like a 10. I don't think I'm stronger than the average person, but I don't think I'm weaker than the average person.
You're being a little modest. I'm gonna give you an 11.
Yeah, you still don't get a higher bonus.
But I'm closer to the next step than
I
I
think there's a lot of nerds out there that are string beans, and you're probably stronger than they are.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't think string beans would be the average. But
No, they're just,
But most of the time, I'm always.
Maybe
This is the
nudging you
thing,
a
though,
little
is
bit
a
higher.
lot of the time, whenever I'm asked anybody ever for help for anything, it's always because I can pick things up. So it's like, how strong do other people perceive me? I don't think I'm that strong, but like lots of people that need me for things think I'm strong. So maybe that makes me stronger. Then maybe it's really about the friends we made along the
you know what
strength.
it is?
What doesn't kill
just
you makes
having
you
more
stronger.
people involved lowers the difficulty class.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. But even at work,
you're
they're
giving
like,
them advantage. You know?
At work, they're like, I
Yeah.
can't lift this. Can you lift this? And I'm like,
Ah,
yeah.
okay.
And then it's
Yeah,
like not
yeah.
a problem. And that's been like always,
Yeah.
you know, especially like when I worked at the hospital and stuff.
All right, bump it up to a 12 guy.
I'd say it's a 12.
Yeah, and when I was a kid, I had CRT TVs, dude. I had to move those around. I moved my room around a lot. You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you did it while we were sitting there.
Yeah, maybe Maybe
Yeah.
I just felt the different vibe.
Sometimes people did it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's dexterity.
Dexterity. Yeah.
I had a bu- I had a
Like I
bunk
said,
bed.
mine's on the floor. I'm like a 6.
We're not strong guys.
Like if someone if I'm not anticipating it, but like still see it coming, if someone throws something to me and I catch it, I'm in awe.
Blown away.
I'm
that
in
you-
awe.
yeah.
Like I'm gonna ride that high for like 2 hours for
I
sure.
have fast reaction time. I always was like, but I also played like baseball and basketball and things when I was
Yep.
a kid. So catching was not like, it came natural to me. But my dad's athletic, so I wonder if it came from that.
And he definitely pushed you to be
Yeah, true.
into a lot of that stuff also. So.
I was
I
always
was never pushed
scared.
for that.
I always thought I'd be a good infielder, but I was scared, dude. It's fucking terrifying. I don't want to see a fucking 111 mile an hour ball come off the bat.
No.
And you're not that far away. You're only like 95 feet away if you're like a shortstop or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you're probably like 100 feet, I guess, but it's like,
Being a pitcher is terrifying.
that's scary.
And mainly because like the only times that like so I really didn't do like sports in teams ever. Like, I would just like,
played basketball with us.
I would shoot basketball like all the time,
Yeah.
but I wasn't like doing anything.
Didn't you play? You played a league with us.
We played one league together and we lost every single match that
Yeah.
we had.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was our fault or I don't think it was our fault. I
Yeah.
think we just had like a couple people that were like adamant that they were all stars and they weren't.
Was that the year that I was like just barely old enough to play?
No,
there was a year where
we
I
were
was like,
right at the end of it. Like,
okay. There was one year where I was like right at the threshold and I was the big guy, even though I'm just like an average size person. But I was playing like forward or center or something. It was crazy. I felt like I was playing against little kids. Because I was.
You were.
I was
yeah,
playing
yeah.
against little kids. I was also a little kid, so I was probably like 14 or 15.
Yeah.
Is that a little kid?
Just a teenager.
It's a tween.
No.
No. Tween is like between like 10 and 13.
11 and 12, I guess.
Yeah. 10, 11, 12. You're a preteen. Did you say what your dex is?
No, I played tennis in college, so whatever that gives me, like an 18.
I don't know if it's quite 18, but like probably 16 at least, I would think.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good dex.
Yeah.
Then it's what? Intelligence?
Constitution.
I don't get sick very often.
Oh, dude, mine's like a 4.
He's immediately
Yeah,
shitting and
yeah,
pooping
yeah,
all the
yeah.
time.
I got a 4.
Like
I'm a sickly man. You can't build me. You can't build me in Baldur's Gate 3 because you're not allowed to start with anything lower than 8.
Oh,
well, I just said
I'm
a 6
sickly
in
man.
dex, so that's
But I would be like a 4 or a 6 with Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
that's fair.
Nowadays,
I would probably lean more towards 6. You're not like
pre-destroyed body.
Yeah. You're not hospitalized.
But I haven't really been sick that much since I stopped working in healthcare.
Yeah.
So, that could get better. But I am pretty much sick all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, you do a lot of shitting.
Yeah, but that's just a disease that I have that I can't get rid of. That's not.
Yeah.
Well, you should be in favor of the cat.
That should be
thing.
just like a class flaw.
You gotta take levels in paladins so you become immune to disease.
Yeah. Or become a vampire, right?
Yeah.
That works.
Constitution bad. Yeah, mine's bad.
I don't get
your
sick.
guys'
Maybe
yours
once
would be like impeccable.
once a year I get sick.
He literally earlier was like, it was the first time he's thrown up in like 11 years today.
Yeah.
So his constitution was
it probably scared the shit out of you.
He probably thought he was gonna fucking die.
Like,
what the fuck is this shit?
I've come close quite a few times because like I don't work out nearly as much anymore, but when I do, I go super hard and then I'm like
it's too much, yeah.
Just
because you probably think you can go back to some of where you were at.
Yeah, it's like relapse.
The ego is too in control when I'm working out. But like I think my constitution's probably only like a 12 or something because it's like I feel like I'm on the verge of getting sick often.
It's long COVID.
But it's just I mean maybe. But it's just like I'm not quite bad enough where I can justify taking a day off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say once or twice a year I'm sick. But I never feel 100%. But who does? You know what I mean? Like, who really knows what even 100% is?
I feel like my dad is never sick. And when he is sick, it's because are
we doing your dad now, too? We're going to mix your dad.
We can do my dad's.
We should also
easily a 16.
Yeah. For Constitution?
We'll mix him in.
Dude. My dad is sick once a year, and it's like right at the halfway point of tax season.
Okay. And then he's a 20 for strength, right?
Yeah.
19. We'll give him a 19.
I'd say 19. Yeah. I haven't.
Everybody's dad is a 19.
I haven't quite seen.
You become a dad, you're immediately gifted gauntlets of ogre strength.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like
dexterity is situational.
Your strength
you
goes
get
up
anchor
19.
arms. You fucking get anchor
dexterity
arms.
is situational because it's almost like he's got this. See, this is the thing: is dad's dexterity is always a 10, but if somebody is in danger, it's a 30.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like their danger sense,
and they know how to swim now.
Like,
they never learned, but now they know how.
it's the rogue's reliable talent.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what their like score is, they just can't roll below a 10.
Yeah.
And they can just pull that out when they need it.
And they roll with advantage.
And then it's what? Constitution? Well, that was 16. Strength is 20. Dexterity is a 10. And then also a 30. And then...
depending on the scenario.
Intelligence? My dad is intelligent, but I think my dad is an outlier.
We haven't got to intelligence yet. Is that the next one?
That's
Yeah,
the next
that is
one.
the next one.
Okay.
We'll do us first.
Intelligence and wisdom are different. We got to say that.
Yep. So intelligence is like book smart. Wisdom is like street smart. You got to think of it that way.
Yeah.
Like, I've got a master's degree.
Yeah.
I could have easily gotten a PhD if I was committed to school. I applied and got into Mensa. I'm going to give myself an 18.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be...
I was going to say...
I'm not going to be humble about that.
I was going to give you a 20.
Okay. I'd take a 20.
I wanted to give him a 20. I figured all of us was going to have a 20 in something.
Okay.
Probably.
I'll split the difference, give you the 19 then.
That's fair.
There you go.
A +4 is still great.
Yeah.
I wasn't good in school, but
I'd
after
say a 12 for you and I think we're definitely smarter than the average person. But I don't think
You know why though?
because
It's because
the average person is not a smart person.
Is slipping.
But that's
It's
but
very
that's
bad.
that's I would say in most situations though I think that we're relied on for our
It's honestly alarming sometimes.
but that doesn't make it any less true. That's why I want Brian at a 20 because I think just the like
Yeah.
he says
The skill
18,
gap.
we give him a 20.
The
It's
skill
on a
gap
curve.
is there is a skill gap for sure.
Yeah,
It is alarming sometimes. People are really dumb.
dude, I
I didn't ever realize that was the case until like a couple of years ago. And then you like run into people and it's just like shit that's like
like people are actually like the people you see posting in the comment sections.
yeah. Yeah.
There's people that actually have those takes in real life and they're not just doing it for internet clout.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes
Pokemon
it's
Yellow
real.
sucks. Just so you know, we're bringing that back. It's got the worst Pokemon selection in the whole game, and Pikachu's bad, and you should feel bad for liking him.
Mm-hmm.
Great mascot.
Yeah,
That's about it.
yeah. Keep him in the show.
Leaves a lot
And
to
on
be desired.
keychains.
We were playing Pokemon Stadium this weekend.
That was sick. I saw that.
And Sean picked he took Pikachu first overall. I was like, what are you doing?
Wait, did you
I
do a
beat him.
draft?
We did. We used rental Pokemon.
Right, but like
Yeah.
you can pick the same Pokemon, right?
Yeah,
it's
but
not
we
like if
avoided that. We didn't want it.
he still took Pikachu first overall.
Yeah.
Instead of Dragonite. Is that who you took first?
No
overall?
one took Dragonite actually. My Lapras was my secret weapon.
Who was your first overall pick?
Doug
Well,
Trio.
We're putting a pin in intelligence for this.
If we're
'Cause
talking
there is
about
there is a correct. Well, if you're talking about rental Pokemon, that's weird.
Doug Trio.
Is Doug Trio the best rental?
It's up there.
I think you're. It's like
It's so
weird
it's,
shit. It's like
it's
Doug
so
Trio and like
clutch because
Tentacruel.
of how high its speed
Aerodactyl.
stat is.
I had Aerodactyl, Hypno,
Yes, you are right. It can.
Lapras,
The dig just destroys and it always crits.
Blastoise.
It digs a hole. That's what it does.
It's something else. Well, I had two more. Shit.
I almost said Kazakhstan
Oh,
instead
Nido.
of
I had-
Kazakhstan.
I had Nidoking and
Yeah, it was
Very
right,
nice.
right on.
oh man, there was one more. I can't remember it because I think it got one shot when I used it, but I beat him. So take that.
Well, yeah, you're gonna win if somebody takes Pikachu first.
I mean, they're already at a disadvantage there.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like even if it was a Raichu, maybe. But if you're gonna pick a lightning Pokemon for a rental, you're taking Zapdos or Jolteon, taking
Mhm.
something.
Well, I
lightning
wanted
fast.
to use my Hypno to fucking put him to sleep, and every time I used it, it failed.
Alakazam. He's a bastard. just in general.
Yeah.
Intelligence,
Anyway, where
though,
are
I'd
we
say
at?
we were
Yeah.
both 12s, and Brian was a 20.
Mm.
And charisma, I'm going to say I was a
Charisma.
18 or a 20.
The Riz.
You for sure are a 20 in charisma.
On Riz?
Yeah.
I don't know that one. That's got to be a third perspective there, or third person perspective. I don't know my Riz level.
You're situational like a dad when he senses danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like in general you're kind of like I
Reserved.
assume that you're kind of like average charisma,
Yeah.
but like
But when you're around people you like, you're like a 6.
cuz like
Yeah.
no, I mean like
Yeah, there's like there's a reserved charisma.
like
6.
I don't know how to describe it, but it's like sometimes I'll just be like, man, I'm real sick of this guy's shit. And like you have like these like bits that you do and
I'm not
only
gonna
you
stop.
do.
I'm not gonna stop.
And like
It's
I'll just be
unrelenting.
like I think that I'm sick of it. And then you pull it out at the right moment and it's just like this fucking guy every time.
God damn it.
Like-
Yeah, you're like Dale Gribble.
Yeah.
Well, it's like sometimes you have to have a catchphrase, and it's like temporary catchphrases. You know what
Like
I mean?
Yeah.
I go to the bathroom while I'm running D&D and you just say goops and globs. No context of what it was about.
Goops and
And it
globs.
became a conversation that overtook the game for like a solid hour.
Yeah, because it's a restaurant idea that I have. I have a lot of ideas. Okay, and now is that intelligence or is that wisdom?
That's wisdom.
I think that's wisdom.
All right. Well, there we go. Let's
You're not going
add
to find
that. We'll
goops and globs in a
jot
book.
that down. But
Yeah.
goops and globs is a good idea. That's all I'm saying.
Because like, you know, the wisdom's about like intuition, like knowing what's gonna
Yeah, like Ben
Get
and
people.
Jerry's Italian wedding soup.
uh
Stuff that's gonna get over. I need to be a WWE
No, your wisdom
creative
is
guy.
a 20 because you always predict how and what DoorDash is going to fuck up every time you get
Yeah,
DoorDash.
yeah.
You
Yep.
literally have
Yeah.
that down
That's
to
a
a
sixth
science.
sense,
It's
though. It's like
fucking
a-
creepy.
it's
have a feel for
it's
that.
insight. It's
It
insight.
is insight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can't read people like at all. I don't know if people are happy or
I-
upset with me.
I can't really either, but I'm
gonna say my wisdom's pretty low.
I think I just
Um,
don't try to do that though. You know, like I just let it be what it is
Hmm.
most of the time until they show me otherwise. You know.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people have bad intentions, and sometimes you just don't. I don't look deep enough into that kind of shit. I just don't. But I've always been that way. I'm like
Wisdom is always my dump stat. So for this, it's going to be an 8.
I'm gonna put myself at an 8 as well.
Like I don't know.
But I am perceptive where I pick up on shit and notice shit super easy. So like maybe a 10.
Yeah.
But like definitely the other aspects of wisdom as far as like stats
Yeah.
go.
charisma wise.
I'm too stubborn. I'm too stubborn to be a 10. Very, very
You got to apply yourself.
fuck off.
That's what all the parents said
No.
in the early 2000s. I bet they still say it. The teachers used to say it. Really, is what it was. They'd be like on your report card. They'd be like, "Wow, he's a smart kid, but he needs to apply himself." It just means do your fucking homework, is what
Yeah.
it actually means. But
It's
I
a
don't know.
pleasure to have in class.
A pleasure to have. Yeah,
They just say that for the parent.
that's it's a copy paste. It's
Yeah.
a copy pasta
Yeah.
that they use.
It's a drop down.
It'd be funny if like you
Yeah.
got your
It's
report
already in
card and
there.
it was just like, "What the fuck did you say about me, you little bitch?" It's the Navy SEAL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh man,
charisma
And,
is a tough one.
my dad's charisma would be a 30. My dad's charisma would be a 30.
It's because
Yeah.
he's like the only way you get that level is if you're a god, and
Yeah,
I mean
Like,
it's insane.
and
You could be anybody in Albany. That will always be the number one. Like, I saw that man as a different human for like 6 hours. It was the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. And then he just like snapped back to being my dad.
I got my fantasy draft.
I also for sure have that
Fantasy draft.
conditional charisma.
Yeah.
Conditional stat charisma.
Yeah.
Because like I don't think I'm as charismatic as like a lot of people say that I am.
Yeah. Yeah, but you bust some shit out sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's like when I'm unconfident in myself, I'm really unconfident in myself.
It's a good trait to have.
But
It's a good
I don't know if that's great to have.
No.
it's
the opposite.
I can't do this fucking shit. I can't do this.
It makes me less of a risk taker. Even in things that are like low penalty risks.
So you don't do DraftKings. You don't do
nah.
Yeah. I kind of got out of that too. It's not that great for you. Anyway,
no, I'm actually really happy that out of every single vice there is, gambling has not ever made sense to me.
it's not good.
If gambling made
dumb.
sense to me, I'd be dead.
It's just dumb.
Like it just my
You do a lot of
least
losing.
favorite thing is that when I say that gambling doesn't make sense to me, people will immediately go, "Well, you gotta play with money that you're not afraid to lose," and it's like, what money is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of my face with that.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose any
only
money.
bet what you can afford. Okay, I
Yeah.
am doing that. I'm doing that, and it's $0.
But you know what though? Those same people also like put themselves into a situation where they're just as bad off as you are because of the gambling.
Yeah.
To
So-
me, it was always like $5-10. You know what I mean? That's what it is, because it's not.
Yeah.
You're not that. It's not consequential, really.
Yeah.
And it really, like, the only way you're gonna make anything is if you're fucking betting on something that's plus 1,000 or some shit, some weird parlay or some shit.
Yeah.
It's just not. You lose a lot, is what I'm trying to say.
If there's no skill element to it, it's a waste of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then once you do have a skill, like counting cards, they kick you out.
Yep.
And it's like, wait, what, bro? I've been grinding.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
thought I was about to get into diamond, and now you're telling me I got
My
leave.
gambling stat just got through the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got fucking I got what is it when you get the robe in RuneScape?
This is the second time I've heard about RuneScape today.
I got the
How
gold
has
Are you saying
RuneScape
you
come up
get
twice?
trim?
I got trim. Yeah, dude, I get trim fucking gambling.
I've gone like, I don't know what, 3 years
I
without
got
hearing
gold
about
trim on my fucking
RuneScape.
cape, dude. My gambling cape just popped up, you know?
I went 3 years without hearing about RuneScape, and now today I've heard it twice. This is insane. Someone else is gonna say it.
I never even really played RuneScape either. It didn't
Not
make
really.
sense
I
to me.
hit some
I
trees.
never played it
RuneScape and
either.
gambling is
I
like the
definitely
same
hit some
thing.
trees.
Yeah.
I hit some trees.
Hated that shit. I
Made
thought
some
that was
fires.
fucking silly.
My buddy Ryan, who you guys met at work, he just had RuneScape on his phone,
Mm-hmm.
and all he did was cut trees. That's the
I'll
only thing
say
he did.
That is sick that you can, like, the client, you'll carry over your character and shit.
Yeah.
So, like, that's super nice nowadays. That kind
And
of
he
shit
only
is
ever
awesome.
played it at work too.
Well,
So
I would probably only
This is
play it
the
on my
thing, though.
phone.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny is that when we talk about RuneScape, I'm always like, man, I might like RuneScape though. I kind of want
And
to play it,
then I try it again.
and then I don't get it again.
Yep.
just
What are
Don't
we
bother.
at? Where are we at? We
6
did
p.m.
charisma, right?
We're already done. We did
I
wisdom.
don't think we necessarily gave numbers for.
Oh,
us
my
two.
wisdom was an 8. Yours was an 8. Yours was
Wisdom.
I think I ended up bumping it up to 10 because of
oh yeah.
the perception.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Yours would be like a 12. You're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. Sure.
I don't know. Wisdom is the one stat. It's like I said, it's a dump stat. I never use it.
Yeah.
Not
you
even
don't
in
need to use it.
BG3 until I had to make a monk, I think.
It
right?
depends on how much you apply yourself, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wisdom is just a. What
But
is
yeah,
it? Defense
I-
against the dark arts?
Well, it's like in terms of like saving throws, it's like resisting like control spells.
Oh, dude, I get entranced. Mine's a 6. My wisdom is a 6. I'd be falling for the ladies too much. Give me a 4.
It's also just like disassociated.
Yeah.
Holy shit, we did 2.5 hours.
Yep.
Holy fuck.
We got stuff to talk about, guys.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I think my charisma is probably like conditional. I feel like at times it's like an 8, and other times it's maybe a 14.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm. But
It's a
I've
good
never seen you in a situation where I would think you were an 8. You've always at least been average.
Right.
I've never seen you below average. But is that the condition that you're talking about?
I don't think I'm ever like flustered around you guys.
Yeah.
So
Why?
Yeah. Do you want to be? What can we do to fluster you?
The fucking no one does that.
Yes, I do. I do it all the time.
the kids do.
Can you breathe?
The kids do some weird shit.
Yeah. Like vaping in the bathroom.
Yeah.
They should be doing what I did, drinking Jägermeister instead.
Yeah.
Fucking losers.
And jacking off.
You know it, dude.
That was cool times. That was Riz. That was Riz.
I don't think that's Riz.
That's Riz. Kids these days don't know what Riz is.
All right. Brian, anything you want to plug?
You got any stand-up shows?
Any dates?
No. No, that's the conditional low charisma. I don't have any dates.
Gotcha. That'll do it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we covered it all, man.
Well,
Got anything to plug?
Yeah. I'm going to be doing some Clear Shots plays, and I've been doing Twitch on twitchtv.com/thickjingle.
hell yeah.
And I've been playing some Resident Evil. It's pretty low effort, low maintenance, but it's literally me sitting in my recliner with a microphone, but I don't have a camera on because I don't really want to wear clothes.
I started recording my country songs.
I saw that. I like them, honestly. I really like the one about Zanzibar land, and I also like the one about Uzbekistan, and I didn't really care for the one about Greece or Turkey, though I did think it was funny that you made it like food related.
Well, it was not.
It's like, I went to Turkey, it was greasy, and I left and I was hungry.
None of that's real.
Georgia!
But they're turning into like 80s rock, like power ballads now. They're not really even, they're country songs like lyrically.
Yeah.
But like the guitar playing is all 80s rock power, like Skid Row, like like Winger type shit.
All right.
Yeah, Jeff Winger.
Yeah. Larry Winger, Marty Winger,
Marty St. Louis, the left winger,
Kevin Winger,
Kevin Owens, Terrell Owens,
Terrell Winger,
Terrell
too.
Pryor,
Wayland Winger. Remember that guy?
Wayland Yutani. Dude, nice. Alien Romulus was sick. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
Everybody should go see it. It was fun. Don't expect aliens. It's just a fun movie. It's better than Covenant. It's better than Prometheus. It's better than Resurrection. It's better than 3. It's better than AVP. It's better than AVP 2.
At the same time, it also made Prometheus
way
better.
Cooler. Yeah. Way cooler. That's actually one of the things I said to Wes.
Yep.
Was that the one thing that it takes from Prometheus, it uses it in the most horrifying way that I could think of, and it was fucking sick.
Yep.
And so I'm really happy about that.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted was Alien Romulus to be good, and it just blew me away. Fun movie. watch it, eat some popcorn, and be like,
I
"Wow,
am
that
gonna
was
see
fun.
it.
I had a great
Yeah.
time."
Yeah. I'm gonna see it.
To avoid spoilers, we won't talk about it more on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Alien fan. It's my favorite franchise out of all the franchises.
Well, that's why I want to see it, is because like when you're saying it's good, it's like
I loved it, dude. I
Yep.
loved it. I thought it was even better than Resurrection, and Resurrection is like literally my
it's
third.
hilarious.
I
Yeah.
fucking love Resurrection. That movie's fucking. I told Wes, because I texted Wes a whole essay on the way out of work.
It's like
'Cause
7 paragraphs.
Probably.
13?
It was probably way more than that. Yeah.
All right,
But at one point I said, Alien Resurrection, I legitimately don't have a firm enough grasp on the English language to explain why I love Alien Resurrection as much as I do. I just adore that film. And I think Romulus was better. And I think I got to see Romulus again. But maybe I can go tomorrow.
I've got one complaint about it. Just one.
Is it the character from the first movie that they brought back?
No.
Because there's a lot of them.
Also, this isn't like a spoiler thing, so I can say it here. I don't know. We're pushing pretty late, and this is kind of a hot take.
Okay.
But for some reason, I really don't like the British accent in sci-fi movies. It's already got too much of the fantasy space already.
Yeah.
So I don't like hearing it in sci-fi.
It's in like all sci-fi.
It's fine if it's a robot. I don't have a problem with a robot doing it. But I don't want an actual human being who's still British in the future.
Yeah.
That's why it's a hot take.
I want a future
an
without
interesting
British people. Cut the mic. We're good. I wanted to end there. I didn't say it.
That's an interesting.
Actually, I did say it.
That's definitely an interesting take.
No, I wicked understand where you're coming from, though. It's as I'm putting my slippers on, getting ready to run out of the door. Some people would say we already live in a world without British people. It's like good.
That's a take I didn't think I'd hear.
Yeah, it is weird that they're all British, because in the 80s and 90s
they're not even all British, but like there's couple,
one of them that's Australian, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah,
he's like thick Australian accent. He sounds like the bad guy from Wolf Creek. He's like, "Oh fuck, love, there's a fucking face hugger in the fucking face."
That was a pretty good accent.
yeah.
I'm gonna fucking grab him by the fucking hugger.
Dude, that's your next character voice for D&D.
Is the fucking the Australian space pirate, the Australian space trucker in distress.
Yeah.
With high charisma.
Dude, he's gotta hang out with the southern guy whose niece got bit by a copperhead. We gotta get those two dudes together.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see it. I mean, I don't know.
Thank you for leading this in a direction that ends it.
Yeah,
Because I mean, where else can you go from there?
Well, my niece done get bit by a copperhead last week.
I guess that'll be a good note to end it on.
Yeah, I like that
The
one.
copperhead thing.
No.
So anyway, there's 2 ways to support the show. Told you about them earlier. You can go to w.gg. You use promo code ClearShots, all one word.
Yep.
10% off. And you can also go to our website and go to the online store. You can buy yourself a hat. You can buy yourself a t-shirt. Maybe some socks. Dude, you could buy yourself some coasters.
If you write enough letters, we will put the photorealistic pillowcases back on the store.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't want to do
They're
laundry,
only for throw pillows.
think about it this way, right?
Check it next month for dog pills.
Let me put you in let me put you in another mindset here, okay? Let me put you in another one. You're at home, right? You have laundry to do, like a lot of laundry, right? And you like don't
You're
have
doing
a lot
laundry
of,
baskets?
You have like you're doing laundry baskets, yeah. You're doing laundry, or well, you have laundry to do. You don't want to do it, okay? All you gotta do is go to the Clear Shots store, buy a new shirt, okay? Now you have a shirt that's clean, and you don't have to do laundry.
Pre-washed?
Yeah, it's like in a bag. You know what I mean?
Was it pre-washed?
Just put some.
The shirts are clean, but the bags are dirty.
The bags are filthy. The bags are filthy.
That's why I'm concerned about the shirt.
All I'm saying is you don't have to do laundry.
All right.
So, all right, yeah, go check out Dubby, and check out the website. And that's it. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
It's only the second time we've had a guest in this studio. We got to do it more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. That's it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you in 2 weeks.